the enemy, the past, it threatens the fastest weapon. You wouldn't make it past a second, and that's the question. Play it brash and reckless, or choose a cautious solution you thought was prudent. In any sepulcher, pulchritude will become the putrid. It's that wealth that I'm pursuing. No mountain too steep or dungeon too deep to send expanded remarks up to the top of the peak or beneath. They see you bleed, they come like sharks to it, while I swim in that money bin like Karl Barks drew it. So send your national parks druid, I'll send him home in a natural box with a closed top and most of the parts included. Save your breath for a cleric confessor. Death is a lesson and life is a tenured professor. But if you're seeking my official advice, sign on the dotted line, initial it twice.
What do you think about Hunger Games? We're on.
Oh, we're too late? Okay.
Thanks. Thanks for showing up, Kate Welch.
I did the whole thing by myself this time.
All the H's. See, you have done well. You have pleased me, and you will be rewarded. Now, hello.
You gain a level.
That's how it works. Hello. No. You gain a level from Kate.
Oh, no. God. It's a zero-sum game.
It's 2018. Right. Listen, I am Tycho Brahe of Penny Arcade and PAX. I am also a Minifus Hereward Drawn, CEO of Acquisitions Incorporated, but today I am Jerry Holkins, and I'm going to run a game of Dungeons and Dragons for my friends to my right. Dragonborn Narcissist.
Best friend.
Dinar Blitzen.
Wow, we're blowing out. We're flipping the waveform.
I'm not doing any of yours. You're not going to do mine.
To the right. So things have started out well. To the right of my right, repping the natural world, Walnut Dongrass.
Hi, it's me. That's it. I have nothing for you today.
I'll do it.
Kukra. You see, you do it because you like it.
You
that's why.
You set the mood.
To my left, not your grandma's grandma, except for those rare cases in which she is your grandma's grandma, Rosie Beestinger.
Whoa! Here it goes. Under control.
Oh, that was a close one.
Yikes! Almost got you.
It's like Ready Player One. I don't know. Topical.
There you go.
To the left of my left, emerging as though from a mist shroud, Cthulhu's Drow.
You're in there with me. I was.
Oh, gosh.
We're in that mist shroud together.
Just right there in that shroud. Now,
we do.
when last we saw our heroes, they had recently, at any rate, half of them, had recently emerged from an ancient elven reverie. Yeah.
That sounds nice.
Well, it wasn't bad. I mean, it was bad. It was good for some and worse for others. What was learned was a great deal of information about the Enclave, of whom Walnut is essentially the final member, or so we thought. Ho, ho, ho. Grovekeeper Nalayan, having shape-shifted into a seed to last lo these thousands of years. The party learned a lot about, maybe about themselves, a little bit about themselves as well. What she did before that...
she changes her mind.
No, exactly. What she did before that was kill Cthulhu's Drow and Dinar Blitzen.
Yay! Woo!
Best episode we've ever had.
Exactly. And then, because she was asked nicely, she begrudgingly resurrected them by stuffing their mouths with valuable gems. It's a new technique. Give it a try at home.
It's hot.
Different gums.
It's the new stuff.
And you guys had to chomp.
Oh, yeah. It basically, their mouths were transformed into EPA rock tumblers. No, it worked out great. And what is before us now is that Cthulhu's Drow, Dinar Blitzen, still lying on the ground, coughing, coming to their awareness.
I was going to say,
fell down.
Coughing end?
Yes. We're all in the same boat.
Yeah.
I was not in that boat.
We both got
Sorry.
You three were in that boat alone.
Now,
It's a fun boat.
This is the Sea of Thieves argument all over
indeed,
again.
Walnut on grass and Rosie, somewhat exhausted from their efforts of illusory warfare, still standing over, and Grovekeeper Nalayan still trying to take all of this in. And then as she looks down at Cthulhustraub and Janar Blitzen, still coming to, she kicks Cthulhustraub like in the hip.
Whoa.
Hard?
He's dead again.
He's dead. No,
Back to
no,
zero.
no, no. Just like, why is this here? The same way that you would kick something that had been left on the floor.
Do we all still look like Cthulhu?
Just gonna ask that.
Yes.
But she just doesn't like this one.
Yeah. She
could tell.
for whatever she was not confused
Yeah, I see.
about who people were.
I see.
You suspect she's been at this sort of thing a while, and she says, "I did not endure 3,000 years in the Underdark to speak to these men. I am going to rest, and I will return at a time of my choosing." And you see her reverse the process. As they are still coming to, you see her reverse the process that results in her becoming a seed.
I pick it up immediately.
Pocket druid.
Yeah.
Pocket healer.
And gets,
Yeah, she outranks me by at least a million.
A billion million.
A billion million.
Yeah, she ground rep, okay, with the natural world.
She did.
She did. I pick up the seed and I put it in my satchel where Seize the Tail is, and he's like protecting her.
Nice.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, and there's the seed itself has sophisticated whorls, like the Nemazir seed.
Yeah.
Has sophisticated tracks and channels in the shell of it, and Seizes the Tail can just find a delicious little nook just to wrap himself around it and hold
That's
it.
nasty.
Lovely.
Can you still? Does it still talk? Can you still talk to it? Can you confer with it every now and again? It was talking to you. And
Yeah,
See,
you
yeah,
awaken
see,
mind
yeah.
it, yeah, right?
That's true. I did awaken mind it.
She's kind of a speak when spoken to.
I was just curious. Just
Yeah. So you feel
nice.
you feel a little worse for wear, like a long night of drinking. You feel a little hungover, essentially, but you're coming to now on the floor.
so, like a long rest. So I'm full.
No.
Did I rest in peace? How was that? Anyone? Yes.
Well, how about some stats first? What do we come back with?
Yeah.
We just had a base.
She has brought you back with your correct amount of hit points.
Oh, okay. Yeah, where are you at? I know how I'm gonna wake up from this.
You go first.
Oh, okay.
I really thought about it.
So I've been kicked. Was I awake at that point?
Yeah, just kind of like, oh, it's just like it just came halfway through. It's just another interruption from the material world.
Yeah, I'm like, that's still it's very vague to me. Like I hear that, like I'll come back at a time of my choosing, and then turning into a seed. But as soon as I'm able to stand, I say, Myliki put it. Was it a god? How did I screw this up? How have I failed?
No.
Are you dead? Are we all dead?
No, we're not dead. Sorry.
I did everything right. I thought I didn't have enough information.
You did do something right. That was a member of my order. But that was a member of my order, of which there was only me.
But only, and then I'm noticing Dinar on the floor, but only struck us, the two of us, not you.
I'm good.
It was a matriarchal society. So,
It's
I know
misandrous.
what those can be
Yeah.
like.
right.
It's like no surprise. It's like, that's actually like, okay. Like the relief.
Yeah, say no more. I got it. Yeah. Got it.
It's a little bit more rigid than mine, apparently. Like I was never murdered outright.
Not yet.
No, we're not. We're still down here. It's true.
They're just not as efficient.
So she was not a god.
She was not a
She
god.
was not your god. I did
No.
not anger.
No. No.
Did he anchor her?
No. You didn't have time to.
Yeah.
We didn't have our eyes on him the whole time,
Yeah.
so that's very possible.
Inappropriate hand gestures as she popped out.
The rigor mortis. The claws.
How do I take the notebook out, find it? How do I make sure that doesn't happen again? If we need to interact with the seed.
It's gonna be rough.
I tried to make it clear to her that you two were important enough to live. And so here you are. And she's kind, isn't she?
Yeah, just you're gonna need to be important enough to live. That's the number one thing to write down.
A promise I cannot make.
Just be
I'd
worthy
never
of
make
life.
it.
Just be worthy of life.
All right. You tell me if I seem like I'm going down the right or the wrong path as far as that's concerned. You may have a better grounding in all things seed.
Oh, well, I mean, there's only so much you can do. She really, could see our true selves, and your true self is a timeless enemy for her people.
Well, I mean, maybe genetically, but this iteration.
I agree.
Oh, sweetie.
Didn't even take time to know me.
I feel like I'm apologizing for a racist grandmother right now.
Yeah, that's the
Kinda
hook,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's the hook.
She's old. She doesn't know better.
It's a different time.
It's fine.
Very different
It's
time.
fine.
Wipe.
I say, if need be, I think I could protect you from her. And she knows it's not true.
Yeah, none
But
of
she
us think
puts on a
that's
brave
true.
face. Like maybe everyone believes her.
I bet you can, sweetie. What are you doing?
Dinar would not want to admit that it'd be like getting punched and playing it off. Like that didn't hurt. I'd be like, I dozed off there, guys. I'm sorry. Sorry, that was the weird narcolepsy. But I'm better now.
Oh,
Something about me being great. I guess.
Yeah.
a great narcoleptic.
Yeah.
I go down.
Yeah. Full health. So
It's like catnap.
yeah.
Good.
But yeah. I don't know what you heard, but
When
I was alive that whole time.
before you started, when you guys started to move, Rosie went toward Dinar, like instinctively, as a protection thing, to be like, oh my gosh. The moment you start talking, she's like, oh right,
Personality.
This again.
yep, never mind. Looking good.
Feeling good. Let's go. Start doing jumping jacks. Just visibly tattered and hurt. And just like,
Tasteful emerges. You can hear his footfalls on the stair from above that brings him down into the sort of main foyer, and he is draped in the finest. They're moth-eaten, but he wears it right.
Ooh.
Like he wears these moth-eaten silks in a way that you think could bring it back.
Damn.
Yeah.
Tell me
Yeah,
more.
he's just draped, just all the way around. He looks like a delicious, like soft, like man. Imagine a wear soft serve,
Yeah.
right? Imagine that he was exposed.
Mid-transformation.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just something delicious and creamy and cool.
I was imagining like those like crepes, like real thin and just kind of draped all over him, and you could just sort of like go. Nom, 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 nom.
Just whatever
Yeah.
dessert you want.
Like a stroop
Looks
waffle,
like that.
right?
theater of the mind
Yeah,
That's right.
and the tummy.
Where, what's the status of the cleavage and belly button windows?
Oh no, he has made absolutely sure to retain, but it's like it doesn't look like there's any effort. Like that's the key. It's just the wrap, but it's always there. Like just like his energy source is
Threw it on, but it was
always ready to
perfectly lined up.
receive.
Very nice. Very nice.
But yeah, exactly. So he's just waiting to see what's next. Life has been very good. the last 12 hours or so, and he would like it to keep going.
I wonder how he escaped Nilane's notice.
It's upstairs.
I guess, but seems like
Yeah, what's her radius? Like,
Yeah.
that's all it took. It was
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she might be able to.
upstairs.
Well, she might be able to see. She might be able to
that's a
detect the
problem.
IQ.
Well, it doesn't explain Dinar.
As he spits out a jewel, like, I was fine.
Don't do it.
I'm spitting jewels.
I chew them all the time, yeah. It freshens the breath.
Yeah, 50 gold.
Spitting jewels. It's like it's a new term that he just invented. And it means doing great.
Life is good. I'm spitting jewels.
clearly
All right, great.
crimes.
Okay, so you have something that Moral wants, right?
Yeah, now refresh Chris.
Yeah.
I've retrieved the knife
Mm-hmm.
from previous is still here.
Yes,
All right, I get a good firm grip on that. Put it in my things.
indeed.
with-
Indeed, the knife
with
that
care.
contains the laboratory. Absolutely.
And Velvet, the softest ghost, has 2 pieces of Rahufli
That's
gear
right. That's right.
to give to.
He's still he made himself look like a corner table or something during that.
Yeah, something good.
Something nice. Yeah.
Good. Something
Make
good.
yourself something nice.
Are we gonna bring Moral the house banners?
How heavy are they? It would be appropriate.
The crate.
Yeah. How big is that?
It's substantial, but the banners themselves weigh a lot less.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you just want to leave the gems?
Well, no, I want to take
I'm
Throw
gonna
them in the
shovel
horse
those in
person.
the
yeah,
bag.
put them in
Yeah.
the bag. But
Lovely.
I'll
Yeah,
grab the
and
house
decant.
banners to bring her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What kind of monies are we talking about gem wise?
What, in terms of the... Which gems are we talking about?
Or you were saying, or
You
there's
got a
something in
crate
the box,
full
right?
of gems and banners.
No, the gems are a part of the banners.
Okay, rip those out.
They are encrusted.
Yeah, it was
Love it.
pillaged pretty bad before we got to him. Sorry.
Sorry. Yeah. No, I wouldn't. No, wait a minute. Hold on a second. What am I saying? I would have no problem ripping the gems.
No,
off
you
these
definitely
things.
wouldn't. But Moral might want them intact.
Might get more money with it intact.
We'll ask. I guess we'll see.
Do you want these? Are you gonna finish these?
These gem
It's like,
crusted
nah, I
banners.
got plenty. Just rip the gems out at that point.
Yeah, it'd be pretty rude to do it, and I would give that
Therapeutic, though.
deference. Yeah. No, it's okay.
Okay.
Killing my mother was therapy enough.
Oh boy.
Woof!
You know how much people pay for that sort of thing? Yeah, that's that
You know how
level of
much
closure.
They do pay? All right.
How did your father come into possession of a member of my enclave?
That I don't know.
And they might have talked.
And the fact that when I spoke to the seed, she seemed to indicate that she didn't know who it was. It could have been my father, but she was not specific. I asked. But they all look the same to her.
No, and you do have excerpts in your book from your father as well.
That's true. I mean, I assume it's him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got that. We know where to meet Moral. All right, then we're ready to proceed. Oh, except for one thing. I look, as we're all gathering to go, I say, oh, wait. I come back and I look at the spot where I fell. I start looking in the dust. I say, look, the Tetrasonic I've drawn unity. What a waste. The point is to draw a unique one. We already knew that was one of them. I was supposed to draw something that I hadn't seen yet, and that would add information. I've just drawn something we already knew this about it. Doesn't help.
One more disappointment.
I love
waste
it.
of a death.
I love it. I love that you died poorly.
Did Dinar draw anything?
He didn't know
we
this.
look at his dust.
Duck.
Yeah.
I'm great.
A macaroni duck. Where did he get macaroni from?
And it's just full sculpture
Yeah.
with glue.
Wow.
Incredible.
Amazing.
You did die well.
So that's just, I'm just upset with myself that I couldn't come up with something better.
Boy, you die, you get reresurrected, and then you spend the first 10 minutes just beating yourself up for various things.
It's very
Would
cathartic.
she-
You
Very
died.
dangerous.
Would
Yeah.
she
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
you think she'd bring you back again? Or just have another round?
Oh,
what
I
I'd-
don't think I would push my luck if I were you.
Okay.
She's probably
Yeah.
listening.
Yeah.
She could pop out if she wanted to.
You died.
There are other deaths in the sea.
There are other deaths.
That's true.
We'll just let this one
That's a good way of looking at it, actually.
It's very mature. I
Wow,
think.
he's growing.
Yeah, his 380 years have, really brought him closer. So,
It's a little purple tinge. I don't know. I don't know about that.
so you are, as you sort of shuffle out of the lowest place in what was once House Ruthley, is there anything else you want to do before we continue?
What
It's a long ways away from the rest of the campaign setting, and so if there's anything you want to, it's very far away. Not for Rosie, but you're not obligated to.
Well, yeah.
They're both good choices, just like in Telltale, right? Sometimes the 3 dots is a really cool choice.
Is there a timer? Just wait till it runs out. It's like, well, let's go. Like, you're not picking anything. No, I think I have everything I want. This information for Carver Gall
Yeah.
is the most valuable
What
thing
you
by
sought.
far. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So as you...
The house is already ruined. So
Exactly.
That's another one crossed off.
So you found your way up here with the use of a device that Carver Gall had given you. But you remember more or less how to get back down. And also, from this high place, you can see the road quite easily from here. Obviously, this has become a dilapidated maze, but there's plenty... it's probably easier to descend than it was to get up, just because it's like you can sort of see the mouse maze from up here. And you can see trundling away from the living, healthy part of Galaderth, you can see a tiny spire at the base of this hill being drug along the road by a strange little hand. And you assume that if you were much closer to it, it would be larger.
Makes sense. Things aren't that different in the Underdark.
No, they're not. You'd think they would be. As we're leaving, I want to wait until you 3 have kind of gotten some distance ahead of me, and to stop next to the corpse of your dead mother, and to just look down at her and say quietly, "You failed. He won and you lost." And she doesn't spit, but she considers it.
No, but her mouth becomes moistened.
Yeah. And she
With the
swallows it.
anticipation.
No.
No,
Those days were behind me.
worth it.
And she straightens up to her full 2 foot, 11 and a half inches, and carries on.
Pretty good.
Thanks.
I liked it.
Thanks, guys. That's our show.
Thanks so much for it. No. So as you continue to sort of scrabble through these false hallways and dead streets, Driders don't like their chances. You can see that they sort of watch in fear or curiosity. It can be hard to sort of map exactly what that face is about as they look down from the ruins of buildings and from dark alleys. You can see them sort of like move back on their legs. But you can get down to the road and intersect with Moral's strange cart. If you'd like to, it's one option.
After you, Captain.
I don't think there's anything else of note here. There's a little part of me is tempted to maybe now though. Now I could communicate with them. Nah, it's not working. We already did it. And let's get out of here.
Hey, spiders. So as the party is getting nearer the road, the hand is pulling the cart and then it stops.
Oh no.
And then it starts to pat on the road. And then it pats toward the party and then immediately starts to pull itself into the ruins again. And you can hear clicking and shouting from the top of the tower down at the hand.
Is it coming toward?
Oh, it's coming.
Dinar?
Oh, it's coming toward the party. Who knows?
Who could say? Who could it possibly be? His new best
I
friend.
look like Thris.
Yeah, he knows though.
Everyone can see right through this guy.
So he's
Flimsy.
pulling,
It's a scent.
pulling, and then the finger's just coming up, and it's just a little groom on the side.
Yeah.
Picks you up, turns you around a little bit,
Picks me up.
brushes you off. Yeah, just like brush,
By the
brush.
head, just like a piece on a board, just
Like a top.
Are you good with that? Are you comfortable with this?
he would. Dinar is acting like he's good with it.
Nice. Okay. It is a dragon hand. That seems like you'd be into it, right?
Dinar is putting on a brave face.
Aw, buddy.
So, what she referred to as her father's, sort of walk in a kind of chevron out in front, and so they look over toward the party and nod and wave in what you think is like their version of politeness, but it looks murderous. Mm-hmm. But your experience with them before has led you to believe that that's like their gear. Like even when they're trying to get customers, they have a certain presentation.
Well, yeah, you want to know that there's some good stuff in there that can defend itself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They have a template, and so you can hear clacking footfalls from the open windows as someone is traversing them, and then Moral pops out, not completely out of the cart, but at the window where Tasteful stole the potions. Mm-hmm. There's sort of like a service window, basically, where she can operate the store without bringing everything out.
Friend, we returned, as you can tell. You've sort of came halfway. We appreciate that. We have items from House Ruthley.
The eyes widen. You'd think that they widened.
There's a little
it's just like
movement.
Yeah, it's just it widened, and then like she had the presence of mind to just decide that was the new level of width.
This is just how my eyes are now.
Yeah, this is just an eye thing. It's normal.
Trinkets from a now at long last well and truly dead house. And I usher Velvet up, who offers his wares, the pieces he's been carrying. Who has the banners? We'll offer those as well.
Well, the great thing about this is it comes with a bonus item, and I pull out the family ledger, and I go, funny thing about this, she's very excited about her bookkeeping skills at this point. She hands her the banners, like, could not care less about those. She's like, when the banners went away from the house, they weighed one weight, and then when they came back...
While you're talking, she is saying something to the Durgar, just sort of like whispering off to the side, like looking at you, listening, but she's just like pointing at these and then pointing at the tower and then like circling them and then doing this.
Oh, totally. And then one goes on a really long explanation of this discrepancy and how she found it. Anyway, then she closes it up and she puts the book on the pile.
And how much was that discrepancy again?
6 pounds.
Interesting.
6 fantasy pounds.
An interesting weight.
Oh, 4 ounces.
She says, but this is, this ledger, I mean, this, only the most bizarre, ruined house fetishist would be interested in something like this.
But it's so immaculately kept, except for that one thing. But if you're saying that no one wants it, then I, would disagree and think you should keep it. Because it's very nice.
I think she's lowballing you.
Yeah. She says, okay, well, maybe I'll find somebody who likes math.
A lot of people like math.
A mathematician.
A mathematician might like it. Yeah. Well, I goes, fine, all right, I'll take it back.
No, that's listen. I mean, it's just weight for you, honestly. Like, I'd be happy to hold on to it. I'm just saying that there's a lot cooler stuff that people usually bring me, and it's not like this. That's all I'm saying. Like,
Cthulhu, who was not there for the 6-pound revelation, has put it together and leans conspiratorially over at Rosie and says, "The weight of 2 adult brains."
That's exactly what I was thinking. Good job.
So see what Walnut does with this.
One last thing, Walnut just puts her hand on the ledger and then looks at Moral, and she goes, "Listen, I think we both know how cool this book is. I think we both know how great of an item this is. Those banners are fine, but this ledger, it really tells a history."
Walnut, right?
Yes.
Walnut Dongrass?
Yes.
You're scaring the hell out of me.
Well, good. Yeah. She puffs up her chest a little bit. And Rosie's like giving her the go with it thing. And she's like, and just like puffs up, like tries to be really tall. I mean, you know, she still looks like Cthulhu, so you can't really look too intimidating. But
You give the other version of Cthulhu who's still like.
yeah, I'm like trying to
Hunched over as
eclipse
ever.
you, so she can't put the two together.
The Durgar have begun, while this conversation has taken place, this battle on a brand new field. They have taken them and they're sort of carrying them piece by piece higher up into the tower. And you can see Moral continuing like that, like still weirded out, quote unquote, still finds this interaction very strange.
Sure.
She goes back and there's multiple cases behind her for transactions of this kind. And she opens one that has 3 separate locks on it and places it inside and then closes it and then redoes all the locks.
Can I do a perception check on
You can.
those
This
locks?
is Dungeons and fucking Dragons. Like, you can roll the dice you want. I support you 100% in this endeavor. And every time you roll, it could be that the Shadow Council gains riches.
Well, I'm gonna just do. I don't.
I want to do 7 check.
Well, that's very good.
Yeah, 26. Is there anything? On the apparatus? Is there anything going on there?
What do you want to know? Just give me more details, and I'll give you more details.
Any smudges of anything?
Oh, that's very interesting. You can see, this is a good roll. If it hadn't been like this, it wouldn't have been this juicy. Sure. You can see that there are marks underneath the lock. When she lifts the lock to fix it, you can see that there are smudges behind and underneath where the fingers would touch the case. Mm-hmm. The finger would touch the chest.
Yeah.
Behind it.
So I elbow Rosie, and I like give you the eyes. Like, look at this. And then, are you seeing it?
No.
And so I lean over and I whisper to you, and I go, "It's the same paint that I found on a glass in there."
Rosie gasps more theatrically than she intends to.
No, I mean, I think she's wearing a disguise.
Oh.
No. And as you say, I think she's wearing a disguise. Mm-hmm. There's a sound like a sail catching the wind.
Oh.
And these massive Rahuthli banners collapse from windows and fixtures all around the tower.
It's a bold move.
Yeah.
Wow.
Whoa.
Dun, 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 dun,
For all to
dun,
see?
Rosie looks, she kind of squints an eye at Moral and points to the banners, looks at you, says, kind of felt like they're persona non grata here. Maybe not the wisest choice?
So I'm not going to be here long.
Where are you going?
Wherever I want.
Nice.
I'm moral. Cold blood.
So
God
not
bless you.
here then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that doesn't change the
bleu?
fact that these are Parmesan non-crouton.
Yeah. Think about it like that.
What about it?
What about it?
Can we
I'm
just,
sure she has her own reasons.
Do you want to confront her?
I just want to ask. I just want to say, Moral, I know we're just 5 people wearing the skins of 5 other people. Well, 4 people wearing the skins of 4 other people here. And I look at her, like, gravely.
You have kind of an itch on your ear.
I itch it.
The ear comes off.
Well, never mind. I'm holding my own ear, like, is my ear underneath, or am I
Yes.
just hold?
All right. Does it happen to all of us?
So I start
Oh,
poltergeisting
molting?
my face
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
No, it's gonna
reference.
it's gonna reveal Skin's freshest later.
Yeah. Dinar is so excited because he was like on the verge of getting hysterical if he had to be in this other skin any longer.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say you like peeling things.
No, he's
Too bad. So she gets his ear and she goes, "Oh, okay, that's great. Moral, I just want."
She's like, it's a dangerous place to be you.
Yep, you know what? You're right. That's
Don't
it.
you think?
Sure, you're right. It's a dangerous place to fly those banners too.
Let him try.
Okay.
I mean, 8 Dwergar ain't gonna help you out much in the Underdark.
I just gotta know, why do you want the banners? Moral?
She leans out of the window and looks up and says, just like the look.
Well,
You getting a read off this at all?
The read I'm getting is that they're not our banners anymore, and they certainly aren't mine. They're of historical note, but nothing else.
you don't feel any ownership of them? I mean, we're your families.
Any ownership I felt I left behind when I escaped and vowed never to come back here.
Do you feel any animosity towards them?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I would probably strip those out, get the thread out of there, take the gems, make something nice out of that. It's useful. Spool that up.
Sell it.
So you're keeping a facade.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Trying to bottle in the rage.
In terms of trying to read, yeah, I'm just furious. Those are my banners. No,
I want to burn them. I hate them.
no, in terms of like what's going on with Moral, Cthulhu is like again theatrically inscrutable. Like it is her business, and I don't care at all.
Theatrically inscrutable.
She or he may be interested in doing. They regarding.
Well said.
Since didn't end.
Yeah. And just sitting there waiting for the end of the sentence, like
A trade cart passes by on this road from Galadirth, and there are whispers from the top. And at these whispers, one of the Durgar just nonchalantly brandishes his axe, and the whispers tamp down.
races.
Wow. Okay. Well,
That's it, I guess.
Where do we go then? How do we return to Carver Gall?
Carver
I
Gulls.
don't know. If only there was a way.
he said
Waiting for us
be
at
said he's hanging out in. Hold on.
I did not name this.
He's hanging out in.
Welcome to
Hello.
second edition.
Hello, Rarar.
Hello,
Oh,
It's like the first program everyone writes. Hello, rar.
Hello, rar.
Classic.
I kept trying to come up with a cool way, like try to put like go Anne McCaffrey style, like throw some like apostrophes in there, and I was like hello rar maybe or hala
just a tough
rar.
one.
I don't know, but that's really the name of the town.
meant to be seen, not heard.
Yeah,
Just for spice.
or it's meant to be spoken by a goblin,
Yeah, that's true.
right? That's the other way.
It's true. Our tongues just butcher it.
That's for sure.
The beautiful goblin language. Moral. Oh, well, last thing. How do we get to Harvard?
Hello, rar. That's quite a trip.
This whole Underdark thing's been kind of a trip, so
Are you equipped for that?
I assume not.
I have a variety of products, obviously, and by this point, you have received your money back for your purchases. Like the things that you brought her from House Ruthley, like substantially outclass
Oh,
the products.
middling potions.
yeah, give us a quantity of gold piece
Yeah,
here.
450, I think was the.
That was the
Okay.
the amount we That,
We get one.
that squares us up.
She's not. She's, no.
Shrewd business.
She's
How
moral.
much for the banners?
Pum pum pum. No.
Super cool banners. And don't forget about that ledger.
I was gonna say what about the ledger. Yeah, that was a little tack on.
Yeah.
Well, that's a value add.
See, somebody gets it.
It's a value
Thank
add.
you.
Yeah. Hey, I was just waiting for you to tag in bad cop.
Oh man, you're too busy
But-
weeping at your visage.
Yeah. No.
What
Bad
have
cop,
you?
dumb cop is a really good idea.
Yeah.
But I mean, you have techniques, powerful techniques
Certainly.
for travel.
It's true. But I've never been to Halarar before.
You have indeed. When you came to this place to begin with, and found yourselves inside the ample torso
Ah, yes.
of Belgog,
Oh, I thought I
this
put
is
that out of my mind.
this is the hobgoblin city of Halarar.
I see.
Oh, we gotta go back there. Oh, I look at Tasteful, and I go, "Ooh, we're going back home, bud." Does he do anything?
He smiles and nods.
Is he still a drag?
Oh, he's ready. Okay. Yeah, is he flaking at all? Or is he good?
You don't seem to. You don't see the. He doesn't need St. Ives apricot scrub. It seems to be lasting a little bit longer on his frame.
Wow.
Better make the most of it.
Good for him.
Good slow metabolism. Have we all flaked off at this point?
Yeah, but
Back
at
to
varying
normal?
levels, and then the more you worry it in a specific place, the stretchier and more porous that jerky-like strip becomes.
Rosie's grooming you in a flashback scene to our grooming sesh. And she's like, "Oh, you're a mess." And she's
Yeah.
just pulling whole
Just
strips.
sheets.
Yeah, and it's really satisfying. It's like peeling a good sunburn. Like,
Is it feeling a good?
ooh,
It's like a good
nasty.
sunburn, or it's like it's the cover on like a 4K HDR. Like it's a big sheet,
blue
like that.
sheet.
And it kind of goes.
paper and
Oh yeah.
someone's fallen house.
Yeah.
It kind
Pulling.
of goes.
Ooh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
the
Little
scales.
stutter.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yum.
I just imagine it's a big sheet. It's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Just 2 holes for the nipples.
Yeah. Keep Cathris's
You
nipples.
save the sheet
I'm like,
for
there
later.
are some funny million
just-
things that make me laugh.
The nipples won't come off. They're now part of you.
But now that you got them,
Did
you
you even
can
have nipples before?
fold them up.
Can I lactate?
What?
DM? No, I was gonna- Is
lactating
lactating impressive in D&D? Can we get a ruling? Can I get a ruling?
What's that? Honestly, like there's things about the way Dragonborn function in 5e.
Heavy penis.
Well, I mean, I prefer our canon for these dragons.
Sure.
They're special dragons.
Say you can do it better than Wizard of the Coast.
I'm not
Special-
saying that.
special
I'm just
Dragonborn.
saying that. I'm just saying that it's
Don't worry about that.
that dragon with the two, like the peeps, like the pronged
Daddy,
prong.
2 pee-pee.
Daddy two people. I'm just saying like that two-pronged prong.
Yeah.
That's a plus. I'm
is.
saying that we bring in that deviant art audience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Agreed.
that deviant art audience.
In any case,
Yeah.
Yeah, because we even talked about this. My character. Do I have the same what generals look like?
No.
One PP, like Alien. Second PP comes out.
no, but like a crossbow. Like
No
it doesn't
one
come
draw
out and then
that.
go back in. It like
No.
It's a projectile.
And it
Oh, yeah,
runs
snails
away.
do that. They're dark.
no, it's worse. It's like this. It comes out, but it doesn't like shoot, and it doesn't like it kind of falls out,
Oh.
and then it crawls away.
Molts its way out, but then it immediately gets legs and stands upright. It's like
that's
it's like
what your
Spaceballs.
babies-
It's like, hello, my baby. Walks around.
She's just like, I'm a new Dragonborn now. Well, I'll have to find my life.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah. He comes out with a little hobo knapsack.
And a very small boxcar train just jumps in.
I'm sorry.
This is all canon.
But the horn is like wee wee. Like it's so small. All right, here. All right.
This game.
Are we gonna let's go back? here.
We're now in Horror.
Yeah.
That's the story
no,
you told.
No, but you
Yeah,
have to. But
That's
you have
the
to.
story.
We saw a bunch of dicks, and there was a train.
Yeah, and we get on that little train, and that's how we get to Horror.
Train.
Whoa.
No, that's not how it works. You got to do a real
I
one
gotta do a real one.
Who are you telling
in the
stories
same
to?
way you do a
shit.
bite.
Well, that's just if
Yeah,
we
but
don't have a
isn't
card.
is it? Yeah, you have to tell it to. Oh, okay, here.
Yeah.
All four of us can.
Oh, you told it tasteful? That's
Yeah, I'm gonna tell it to Tasteful.
We all hold hands with Tasteful.
Yep. It's the seance again. Tasteful, it's been kind of a day. And I gotta say, you are making that mothball fabric work.
it's looking.
You
Dude,
are.
he's starting to look like, it's like the selfie app, like with the sparkles.
yeah,
Like as
his
you're starting to
eyes are
tell
too
the
big.
story, like they're
Yeah.
way too big.
Yeah, and he's beautiful and he's sparkling. And I tell him, I spend a good 5 minutes telling him how beautiful he is and like getting a little graphic with it. And then I end with, and then we got to hello, Rorar.
And we had to all hold your hand while.
Yeah.
Everyone's holding hands the whole time, like,
Just
oh,
Oh, Grandmother, your palms are sweaty.
is that even,
Yeah.
is that possible?
And can I
How are they both sweaty and dry? What's
Can I
happening?
tell you, I think it was slower than if we walked because it's not the
Well,
most
perceptually,
efficient.
it felt like 1,000 years.
Well, Tasteful's happy.
Yeah, he seems happy.
Good.
You don't know if he understood a word of it, honestly.
Doesn't
like
matter.
some of the adjectives
Wasn't for him.
were upmarket. You know what I mean?
Got those $5 words.
You know what I mean? Now, so the place that you have been here before you ran away with a bug
Yeah.
was in their tournament arena.
Right.
And so when the soap bubble pops, you are there with Tasteful now in this new configuration. There's loud noises of preparation. Clearly they are preparing for something in this town. It's not as much of a ruin as Lower Galadirth, but it's definitely not, like the maintenance levels are not high. They're not high. That's the takeaway.
What are they working on? Is this a marketplace? Is this a,
No. You can just hear banging and hammering and lots of yelling at one another.
Yeah, but then we got to Halorahar, and then what happened?
Oh, no. This is what you hear outside the thing. I will do karate on you.
Anybody out here that we can? I guess we just gotta walk in. Ow.
Just hoof it.
Yeah, we're
Tasteful is weirded out.
How so?
He's
We
just
finally
like
got it.
he was wearing it.
You finally understood.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's like, oh.
he was wearing it well, and now he has gone a little pale, and he's just looking around. You think that his life might have been very different before he met the party?
I'm gonna walk close to Tasty or Tasteful.
He's grown up
I
now.
feel Tasteful. I feel responsible for this.
Yeah, I think that's wise. He's your ward.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, he really. What could I teach him now? He's so far surpassed me.
What do we see?
But here, there's not a whole lot in this area. The gates to the left and right are open,
Right.
and yeah, I mean, you just choose a gate, and then I'll tell you what you see.
I want to march up to the. Let's.
Well,
Okay. Oh god.
let me throw a little thing in here. So when, let's say you guys were with Tasteful, when Walnut and Rosie were with Tasteful, I see what's going on around, and I grab you aggressively by the back. Not intentionally aggressively, but he's like too big, doesn't know what's straight. And he pulls you back from the crowd.
I go limp for sure.
Yeah, just like
Just
just like
like,
yoink,
sure.
and like in a moment of like one-on-oneness, just like his eyes get super wide, and he just goes like, "I got everyone convinced, expertly that I didn't die, but we died, dude. Like we died."
I know.
And he just like has a mini breakdown, like, and it's just like not good.
Oh no! Think about how lucky you are. You'll get at least 2 of them. You just had a dry run through. What did you see? Did you see anything?
Failure, and I didn't.
I didn't see very much either. Usually you don't. I don't think I've got it quite right yet.
How many times have you died?
Oh, did I see something?
Yeah. When you say, "I didn't really see something," you see it.
Oh, I've now recalled what I saw.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't see anything.
There is. The time scale doesn't appear to be fully linear, but you are given a walkthrough by a figure whose face you can never quite make out, but whose voice is deep and resonant, taking you shelf by shelf through the books and study apparati, asparagus.
Yes.
Inside
He's gonna stink.
inside the laboratory. It's almost like being led through by
Your dad.
the head librarian. Basically, it's just, this is for investigating events of this nature. Some phenomena are tricky, which is why I've arranged it so that when I have a question, I can stand at this point in the library, and I can look around at each shelf, and this is the perfect place. And then he kneels down and looks at you, and you are very small, and he is very large, impossibly large. And he says, from here, from this point, we can see everything. So halfway through this conversation,
Your eyes go out of focus.
Yeah. I didn't see anything. You had to see something. This is amazing. It's great. It's great to die.
No.
Oh boy.
Like, Dinar's, thin veneer of overconfidence is, visibly
tattered.
not there.
You
Yeah.
talked to the wrong
Yeah.
comfort source. It's
I
not
know. He's, having a crisis of
Faith?
conscious here. I don't know, yeah. He's, tells you,
The knife. My father. The knife. I saw it. I understand. I can. Oh, let's do it again. Come on.
yeah. You, grab his hands, and he's just as they start shaking, because he's those Driders we saw on the way out, if we had to fight them, I don't know that I could fight them.
Oh, I see. Okay. So, upon hearing that, and I'm better understanding of it.
Yeah.
Okay. It's new to a lot of people. I can come back. I can come back down. Let's rest here a while among the living. Stay as long as we want. I mean, in most cases. You don't have to go back
That's
there
good.
again.
Stay
You
as
don't
long
have
as
to-
we want.
You don't have to go back there again.
Oh, that's good.
We're done.
That reassures him
We're done.
slightly.
No. It's finished. It's finished. We have a sexy drow goblin beast to attend to. He also looks fearful. Sometimes comforting another person can assist you when you're feeling troubled. I've noticed. No?
Because I see how.
Well, because you would then know what advice to get, and then you realize that you could give it to yourself.
No, that makes sense.
Well, if I go over to him and I say, "Hi, friend, what's wrong? Maybe you can," and then you do that. He'd do that for you then too. Then you'd have a.
Dinar just looks at you confused, and then just kind of looks around and goes, "What do you mean I'm strong? I'm gonna live forever." You go going for a hug, and he's just "Well, I'm the best. I'll always be the best, and I'll never die, and I'm invincible."
You're very good. Very good. Healthy.
Yeah, we look back and just see them hugging and Dinar screaming, "I'm the best," and they're like, "Yeah, okay, yep."
No, I
Guess it's
think
a
that's the
Tuesday.
route into
Yep.
comforting you. So I'm like, he's great. He's a good guy over here. Very.
Tears streaming.
but the face is like a smiling, happy face.
Yeah.
But for some reason, there are tears.
He needs it so much.
Yeah.
I am good. I'm great.
At the left gate, and you can hear him before you see him, crying out and singing, like with joyous singing, and some kind of like a two-tone throat singing type voice. You can see Carver Gall in his raiment come around through the gate, and he raises his holy symbol is a massive thing that he wears. He doesn't wear it as an indication. It's almost like in the same way that you would like cover yourself with ashes or sackcloth, like
It's like a millstone, but a good way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He wears it to be a weight. And so it is still chained around his torso and it hangs down. And he lifts it with some effort and kisses the face of it. And he says, "You have returned."
Carver Gall? Ann Perkins. We have returned with good news.
Tell me.
We've recovered these from let's see. Oh wait. So when I was in the knife, I did not actually
You're like,
retrieve
all this
anything
crazy
out.
shit. You're just pulling out. We got this awesome shit. We got this.
There's a room in here. I died. It was fun. It was so much fun.
Tell about it. Yeah. Yeah. What information? What can I give you? What is he specifically looking for?
Well, you can
He wanted the
any way you want. So he was looking for. He knew that there was something in Lower Galadarth,
right,
which is why he gave you that. He knows that you have the pick
okay.
because you'd already discussed this outside of Elkazur.
And he was after the symbol. Right?
Indeed.
Of the,
Yeah.
Some
Human doors.
icon, some remainder, some remnant that he thought was
Now
in this place of worship.
Here's where my notes. Oh, okay.
I have good notes. What do you need?
She
You
actually
do.
has fucked up notes.
You have great notes, but for once I
Thanks.
took some pretty good notes. I look around. Just, I mean, how open air is it? Relatively.
Well, yeah, quite.
Yeah. I say, oh no, I have something very special for you. Just a moment. And I get the knife out, and I just go, I just shove it into my head, and I assume I'm transported to that realm.
Immediately, like you are through the crack.
The only causality that I know is that when he does this, a wood elf pops out and kills my friends. So I'm immediately like, staffs out.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is total PTSD for Denard.
So basically, Cthulhu grabs the knife, plunges it in, and then you see Cthulhu go, and the knife is just there
Yeah.
at eye level.
But I don't spend long, because as soon as I'm in that room, I'm going to grab the Book of Unity that was on the desk,
Right.
and back out through the door, assuming that I can carry objects. Oh, the seat.
Absolutely.
So yes, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Objects can sometimes leave of their own accord.
Apparently.
yeah. Well, it's not a prison. Information's free. Who wants to be free, man? So I.
Let me tell you about Bitcoin.
So I emerge seconds later, and
So as you do, he is at a different perspective from you. So as you saw that the dagger went in and it remained there, Carver Gall is just his mouth parts are engaging in some kind of behavior, and he's just looking at it from all angles, trying to conceive of this instrument.
don't worry about
So you
that.
grab it and come right back out.
I just come right back out.
You come right out, and the dagger is just right there.
Grab it again. This is a great knife. But I think this is even more interesting as far as your purposes are concerned. I hand him the book.
So the symbol on the front of it, the symbol of unity, is reflected in his own raiment in multiple places. Right, everyone loves raiment. So, I mean, all around it, he's, the closer you get to him, the closer you can see that the symbol is there in many places. Some of them are very rough hewn, maybe with a fingernail. Some are more reverent and perfected, but he's ensconced with it. And he begins flipping through it hungrily. And and he says, and he snaps it together with both hands, and he says, I believe I know the place where the ritual must occur.
Ritual.
Yes. Where? Yeah, these things must be combined. And only once they are combined can we free that which endures.
That which makes sense.
He says, we have been preparing for your return, and we are nearly ready to go.
My return. Oh, well, from this trip. Yes, of course. Not some greater
Not some prophecy.
iterative. Yeah.
Oh no.
Where is this place?
He says, it is...
Please don't be down here.
No, he says, it is little known, but it is in the gleaming lake that burns beneath the city of Ringlor Noroth.
Yes. That's as good a place as any. You know more about it than I do.
He says we can leave. He says we can leave at any time. I suggest we leave now.
Let me confer with my compatriots, but I'm sure they'd be amenable. Are you near while this is happening, or are you
We're just letting
coaxing?
you have
Yeah,
your
yeah,
moment
just
with this
your special
Yes,
moment.
creature.
Say,
Yeah.
we're,
There's no sexual tension this time around. Kind of disappointed about it.
No,
There was
they're-
some heat.
They're
Yeah?
just happy to like be with each other.
Oh, it's just romantic.
Yeah.
Yeah, why does it have to be always at that pitch? There's got to be some sort of an underbed.
you gotta be
Right.
comfortable in the silences, you know?
Yeah.
That's when it's real.
I go back and I kiss them full on the mouth. The tentacles. I part them and I check for the.
There's no
the
mouth
beat.
there. Yeah.
It just keeps going. It's
Radula.
darkness.
Yeah.
It looks back at you.
I dive in.
No, and it's just like a noodle. Just like,
Zoop, and it's gone. Just like the knife.
What is it, Valentine's Day?
So I come back. I come back to where everybody else is, and I say he wants to begin freeing gods from the Sanguilith.
Yes.
He wants to proceed now. Should we? I don't have anything better to do.
I vote yes.
so there is. So
no.
so while you're taking this vote, Azoth, who you might recall from before, the sort of two poles of this army. He was the one who you had allowed to succeed. He is coming in behind Carver Gall, and there is another group of. Oh, Josh, would you please so kind as to hit the cauldron, please?
Uh-oh.
Yowza.
So there is another group of them pushing in the other gate, and you can see them beginning to fill in even in the stands. And Azoth says, Carver Gall, we're done. We're done serving you and your imaginary god. We're not going anywhere.
Uh-oh.
We're going to take the carts we've provided, and we're going to leave. What do you think about that? Go ahead, Josh. Thank you.
F.
This can't be his first goblin mutiny. Right?
He's a mind flayer, right?
Yeah.
Aren't they like super strong?
Yeah.
Yeah. He turns around to Azoth and says, "You serve at my pleasure. What force can you possibly marshal?" And he says, "Your own force. Now, today." And on both sides, they start to push in on the party.
Uh-oh.
My new friend. My sexy new friend.
What do you got?
God, as far as that, if I see this happening,
There's lots of stuff.
there's all, yeah, exactly.
There's so much stuff.
How many are we talking about? His full force has now is now
hundreds.
mutinying. Yeah. All right. Well, we should go.
Tasteful bursts out and says, "Hold! We must all fight together."
Tasteful is trying to get behind you, but it's not possible because now they're all around. He goes and tries to hide behind each person. Very briefly, he tries to hide behind Rosie, but he realizes it's the non-starter.
I'm insulted that he doesn't think I can protect him. Okay.
The reality, though, is
I'll
that
remember this.
you're one of the best hiding spots. Right?
Yeah. Whew. Yeah, is there anything you want to do?
I have to do it now that it's come to mind. What does Carver Gall weigh?
What does he weigh?
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Gosh, all told, with his raiment and his weirdly big focus, probably 180.
Oh boy! And what stats wise? What would determine how much I can lift?
Strength.
Hands?
Well, yeah, with my hands.
You know lots of people.
That's the only way it's gonna work.
You have at least one strong boy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's true. I could do it that way.
You know,
Okay.
someone
That's
that
more
can make you
romantic your
strong,
way.
too.
It is.
You're one of the strong boys.
I meant I can make you strong.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. So these goblins are
Yeah, goblins and hobgoblins, it should be
all
said.
across the board.
The entire goblin catalog.
Right.
You ever been,
Asterisk.
you ever been to Japan?
Goblin.
And they got all the different flavors of Kit Kat. It's like that, but with
Goblins I
goblins.
didn't even know about.
Yeah.
Bob goblin.
Green tea goblins, yeah.
Matcha.
Make me strong, my leaky. Strengthen me.
You're good looking. Everybody seems to like you.
I don't know.
Not emotionally.
I'll never be strong there. I mean, bodily.
I run up to you and I clap you on the back. I give you bull strength.
At the moment you do that, I use a mask of many faces to transform into a very tall goblin.
Oh.
Because they're shorter, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Okay. So like a bizarrely.
Tough ass. A
large.
hobgoblin is the sort of thing we're talking about here.
Oh, okay.
So
Well,
it fits right in there.
if that one fits, then let me do that
Yeah.
instead. Okay. Hobgoblin. And I make a big show of it. I fooled you, Carver Gall. And I awaken mind him. It's fine. Leave this one to me. I'm the angriest with him. And I'm going to try and pick him up and just run away with him.
I always knew it would end this way.
Come, my forces. You, dragonborn goblin. You others that are here too. Let's get this guy, and then justice will be served in the true hobgoblin fashion. I hate him a lot. He's a mind flayer.
This is actually working.
They're not the smartest.
Yeah, they aren't the
This
smartest.
This is you standing here in the middle of this arena, having literally just hoisted up Carver Gall and put him over your shoulder. Now Azoth is trying to regain control.
Azoth, thank you for your help, but I'll take it from here. I am your champion. Now, he will be punished.
Swords and daggers are going in the air.
I like to cast command on Azoth.
They're ready, like they are ready to die in your service.
What do you tell him?
I'm going to say, cheer.
Okay.
It has to do with wisdom.
Oh yeah,
tell?
I got it.
To Azoth.
No.
That he has to start cheering.
It doesn't work.
No, that's not going to cut it. No, I'm saying his save is not going to cut it.
Oh, okay.
And he says, yes! Yes!
No longer will we be yoked to this madman's disgusting beliefs. I am a goblin. I like the goblin stuff, like you. Not this thing.
Okay. That's
Yep. All right.
Let's throw him
Because
out.
doesn't know when to leave ever.
Yeah.
So everybody is still, everyone has begun to filter out the right exit down onto the main road after you. And
that's working
Azoth
too
is
well.
still,
Yeah.
yes!
You're Pied Pipering them.
That's right.
Onward. What am I
man.
supposed to do?
Run faster.
We gotta get them to stop chasing us.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, what can you guys make anything?
I
Your
can.
stuff?
So I can cast fly on a willing participant.
How much can that
You can
carry?
fly yourself while you're
I
holding
can
him.
carry
But then he
whatever
goes
the
low.
heaviest or whatever the strongest person can carry. The tentacle will ensnare them. I haven't tried it down here, but
We are saving a mind flayer. Okay.
we're saving a friend.
Yeah, but he's very strong, right? I don't know. I'm new to this game.
Yeah, I don't think they're super strong.
They're not that strong.
They're pretty formidable in a lot of different ways. They
Yeah.
have other ways of lifting things too.
Yeah.
Oh, lifting emotional,
He-
psychic weight.
He is just like it'd be like carrying a snake on your shoulder. Like he doesn't know this is not how like mind flayer parents play with their children. This is probably the first time a mind flayer has been carried like this.
Picked up. Yeah, like so. On the road, what is in front of? Where would we have to go to lose? What's the first corner we could turn?
The truth is that heading south from here takes you to Ringler North.
Right.
Which is where we need to go.
Okay. Well, maybe we could deal with them then.
Can you, like, scare them off with some of your... Can you scare them off?
I was wondering, can you do anything environmental? Like a
Oh,
landslide or...
I do have that kind of stuff, but I was thinking that maybe you could just command them to go back to their homes.
Yeah, you
Or-
do have all those charges.
Or if Carver Gall is amenable, I could cast fly on him and just say, just act like you're being taken, and then don't just come back and get it. And we'll just try and sell it.
Oh, here's the good news. I don't have anything because we did a bunch of stuff.
He says.
oh yeah,
we haven't
burn
rested.
all those spots.
He says.
Oh, that's a good question. I may also not have as much as I thought.
Carver Gall is just flopped over the top, and he says, "Put me down, if you please."
Okay. How should I just put you down, or should I make it look like a struggle?
Yeah. Put me down.
Whoa. Okay.
Right. He unfurls. He twists around and assumes his normal shape, and he walks up to Azoth, and Azoth is woo, and Carver Gall just
Oh, no.
goes.
Oh dang!
You see all of it. These tentacles are out, and there's a moment, like a shrieking moment, on the part of, you don't know if it is Azoth or if this is just the sound that accompanies this.
Yeah.
But these tentacles wrap two around the back of the neck, two around the back of the head, one over the top, and in seconds, there is just a sack of meat that has fallen off of the front. And he picks up Azoth's sword and holds it up. And their swords go up as well.
I'll do it.
Oh.
I go, oh, and then I just drop to my knees like, oh, mercy. You're right. You're the true leader of this group. I was unwise to try and make a show of it. But even as strong as I am, you're the best one for me.
You got really like up in there. Did it smell?
Yeah.
It was warm.
He's running hot. I don't know what's going on.
He tells them to get the carts in what you would describe as a darkly encouraging way. And after a brief time,
I don't know when to let go of the facade.
No,
so
exactly.
I also start to go get carts to help.
he's just
You're
he
still a goblin?
lays you down.
I
No.
still go, all right, I dispel it.
So various carts that they have, you can tell that there have been fresh repairs, but repairs, again, as happens so often in this campaign, these are in quotation marks. This is just pieces of doors and windows that have been nailed onto what you think might have been perfectly functioning parts.
Yeah.
it's just something that they found. It's just something to keep them busy.
Look busy. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
There's just extra doors that don't open onto anything.
Yeah, exactly. It's the door to nowhere. And so this caravan and this massive group of people are on their way down to Ringlor Nora.
I want to take a moment. In the car, I want to take a moment, Carvagall, and just apologize.
I owe you a series of apologies.
I was trying to think on my feet, and I assumed that I've never led an army before, and I assume mutiny happens often, and various means.
So you're inside like his slightly nicer cart, and he says, "I have to eat one every 10 days." This is
a welcome mutiny, then.
Yeah.
well timed.
Yeah.
So near lunch. So halfway, about halfway down there, wagons are rounded, and groups are sent off to get disgusting bugs and other gross shit to eat. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They'll do in a pinch.
Yucky stuff.
Can I roll to eat a bug?
You can roll to eat a bug, and you can also get the rest you so crave.
I will
yeah.
take advantage.
What, on bug eating?
Yeah.
All right.
The juiciest bug.
Okay. Okay, so that's a 13 plus my
Nature?
wisdom.
I was
Just do it.
dexterity.
Yeah.
Nature,
Nature.
I would say.
a
To choose the right bug.
That's a 14. That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah,
I choose the yummiest bug.
Yeah, exactly. So there's a bug, you kind of have to, like, shuck it.
Oh.
Like,
It's good. It's like corn.
there's like just this slit underneath the bug, and you just have to reach in and then just pop,
Yep.
Yeah.
But the
pop,
the
grab,
the
pull.
juicy innards.
Oh, yeah,
You
that's
get
where, yeah.
Two little forks and you.
Don't tell me you never eaten a
that-
bug before.
I've eaten bugs, but they were like in other stuff. Not like
This
that.
one's good.
Like
I offer you a bite.
like bigger bugs.
It's
No.
good.
No.
Nutritious.
And I pull
got
out
one
a
of the good ones.
smashed, rotten, disgusting looking good berry.
Like fermented.
Yeah, and it's got like that sickeningly sweet tang to it.
Yeah.
And I start munching on that, and I'm like, no, this is better.
The fruit is too dark. It is too dark, and there is lint. But it's fine.
I'll eat it.
Suit yourself.
Are you envisioning like a very strong, like a grasshopper leg, which is like kind of like a chicken leg? at
I'm
that part.
envisioning literally just like a lobster meat.
Yes. Oh, this is exactly what I
yeah.
thought.
Yeah, just a big old chunk of meat.
I mean, lobsters are just water bugs.
Yeah. It's
Water spiders.
white.
Exactly.
It's
See?
glistening.
It's not weird.
Exactly.
Gross. No, I'm saying eating lobsters is gross and weird. Going the other way with it.
Lobsters, corn,
No.
don't get near them.
It's all
No.
the same thing. Food is disgusting.
Yeah, I don't like eating.
So, as the
That's a lie.
as the crowd, they dismantle their camp. Large portions of it seem to be left behind. Some of the carts no longer 100% work, you would say. And you can see the bridges, or one of the bridges, the North Bridge, that makes up one of the districts of Ringlor Norath there.
Don't tell me it's the Orb Mantles district. The architects who can solidify shadow stuff by singing to it.
Wow.
The
Is this
only,
Omen tier?
the only district we have not visited is the Eastern tier. Just some facts about Ringler Nora.
Impressed?
Exactly. No, it's
Color
like
me
it's
impressed.
like so you could actually run a little tour
Yeah.
for the hobgoblins.
And in fact, she does.
No.
As though she's lived there her whole life.
That's good.
In the Western District, we have the Rift Hunters. They get food for the districts.
You can see just off in the distance, you can see the central sort of capital sort of whirling around this massive lake. But they decide to make camp on the shore of the Lake of Radiant Mists. And you can see that when the capital city returns and then places itself on that little hook, because it's this weightless city, functionally speaking, you know well. Hundreds, if not thousands, of cloakers fall off of the city. Just basically just like drop off of it. So it looks like, it's like when Onyx came off the table in the test market.
Yeah.
It's like that. It's just, they're all just dropping down like this. And you can see that when they drop down to the surface of the lake of radiant mists, they're all basically drinking at once. And you can see that cloakers can indeed crawl out from the bridge city that they live in as well. And they are drinking as well. And to the extent that the level of the water is markedly lower. And you can see right on the edge, it looks like a painting from an alternate universe sort of religious study book. Carver Gall is pointing out across this glowing lake,
Romantic.
and he is pointing at this sort of spar that has emerged. Just the top of it has now become visible as this water level has lowered. And he gestures you over, Cthulhu.
Okay. Yeah, I'm coming over. What's in this lake?
He says, well, there are many things in this lake. We won't concern ourselves with all of them. He says there's something like a cloaker that never left the comforts of the water, something like a ray. But they are, it's a ray. How would I differentiate them from rays? I would say that they are like an occult ray. I would say that they are like an evil ray
Like a dark
that
ray?
hates the living.
Sign me up.
Uh,
You had me at Ray.
he says there will be time to worship dark gods with these rays. Once you have accomplished your feat, this is a time of prophecy. Cthulhu.
I feel it. I feel it. My bones. Do I feel it?
Yeah. You hear roll to feel? Oh,
No,
yeah.
you
Oh,
don't
no.
feel anything. No, you go numb.
No, when you roll to feel, you won't look.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's like golf.
Yeah.
Just right at one. I'm right at my center.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are the steps?
Exactly. He says that I believe that is an entrance to the underground caverns whose steam warms this entire lake. But the material atop it, we have no name for. Believe that I have endeavored to pierce it.
That's skin on the top. Does it cover the entire bottom of the lake?
Yeah. This basically this spar is coming out, and you have a hard time seeing where it goes to beneath, but like the steam and light rising up, there are geological phenomena here, that the surface only suggests.
And the spar, does it look like it is geological, or that it came from a ship or something?
No, it definitely looks as though it is the result of a process.
Okay.
It doesn't look like, although that's super cool. In an alternate universe, we run that adventure as well.
Is this lake filled with a substance that is not water?
No, it is water.
Okay.
And the creatures that live in it are aquatic creatures,
Okay.
but
Okay.
they are unlike those which you know.
So what is Carvagall's problem trying to pierce this surface?
It's the material. He says we have no name for it. It may be that you know better,
Okay.
but I think you have something I did not.
A mouth?
I have
A regular
mouth.
mouth.
A mouth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you not see me eat Azon?
Yeah, I didn't know if it was a mouth thing or like a...
Oh no, it's a mouth.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Like you're embarrassing me in front of my friend.
What are you doing? Of course he has a
Okay. So can we approach this spar?
You can. You can.
How do we do it?
Here, the water level is low enough that it is actually possible to get out to it and
Nice.
and see it. I mean, you'll be up. You'll be wading pretty deeply, but it's possible to get there.
Yeah. Is it chest high on me?
Yeah, you're going to need to be carried.
Hold it.
Yes, grandmother.
Can I ride on your back, please?
Yeah, of course. Let's get down.
Whoop.
Okay.
So you're having a great time.
Yeah. Now I am.
Bone dry.
Warm.
Yeah.
Toasty.
Going in this weirdo lake.
Yeah.
with-
After you,
with a
stranger.
Squid man. Yeah, no, just stride right out into that mess.
Yeah, your cloak just rides on top of the.
Yeah.
It just spreads out behind you and floats on top of the
Can't wait to check out this mound.
water itself. So you think. Alyssa is telling us it's time to stop. Maybe it's time to stop the show in general because of what Cthulhu did. Listen, while we discipline Cthulhu, you get a snack. Do as you will. This is our break. We'll be right back with more adventure. Don't go anywhere. Hello. This is Jared K. Horkins, and you're watching the C Team. Should we take a moment to give props to the Teku Tavern downtown?
Are there people there?
Are they doing it?
Yeah.
No way! That's awesome! Yay!
Put those glasses up.
Hey, everyone.
Teku Tavern
Teku
is
Tavern.
That was my water.
Yeah, thanks
it's
for
at Denny and
yes, downtown.
Denny and Taylor, downtown Seattle, and they're showing C Team finale today. And next week they're doing a D&D Adventures League hosting, and I'm going to be there. So next Wednesday.
And they're eating at Denny's.
Yeah. The main thing is thank you so much, those at the Teku Tavern and also everyone else for watching the C Team. Hope you're having a good
If you're
time.
not at the Teku Tavern, you're fine.
Yeah.
Hey, here's to you too.
What are you eating?
cool.
What are you drinking at home?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
In
Tell
an alley.
us.
Now,
With your comments.
Like, follow, subscribe.
when last we saw our heroes,
Oh.
they had waded into the glittering, steaming waters of the Lake of Radiant Mists.
Let me bring us back in. I can't wait to look at this mound.
Yeah. Rebecca, this is why we had to stop the show.
I'm sorry. Hamilton.
It's fine the second time, oddly.
Yeah. Next time it's okay.
It wore off.
So you can see it, and then essentially it's almost like it almost looks like a creature because it's been created as this process of accretion.
Right.
It almost looks like a eel or something reaching up from the base of the water.
It's like a smooth stalagmite.
Exactly. And the material, these are the sorts of materials, the strange alloys that you saw when you were in the Golden Dwarf city of Ilkhazar.
Hey.
So it is shining there in this light.
I just want to rap on it. Just give it a little ding, 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 ding.
It rings.
Spooky.
Answer.
Yeah. What was it?
Yeah.
Black call from God of Many Mouths.
I draw
Do you
the
accept the charges?
the refrigerator running.
Oh, you.
Get back to work. I take the mithril pick from my horse person. That,
Oh, no way.
Oh, so smart.
Wow.
Jerry's impressed.
Yeah, like, that's not what that's for, but
I go,
Swing it around if you want. Nothing's going to happen.
This is a puzzler. Yikes. Stick it back in. Maybe the right note. I would. 5 hours later.
wait, he
This
said
is the smartest.
he said Ray. Do. Someone say me.
Hello.
Me.
Hello.
That was a great joke. Laugh, Kate.
Does it need to be struck in any particular way?
Guess you're gonna have to
I
find
couldn't tell you.
Does it require strength, or is it the presence of the tip?
Listen, man, you're play Dungeons and Dragons, please. Play it.
That's what Carver Gall says.
Yeah.
I think you're on the right track. Yeah.
There we go.
Dude,
I'm
no,
the least-
you look back and Carver's just like shrugging. What?
So it's just the tentacles go in this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somehow you managed to make his tentacles shrug.
But perhaps the honor should be yours.
But he is up on the shore back here waiting with.
Homophobic.
He doesn't want to be part of it. Remember when he was like, "Oh, the weight's off me. This is not my burden to
I
bear
see.
anymore."
You're right. Okay. So,
Just do it.
do I need to run back up there? Well, we'll find out.
Weirdo.
Hold. Be patient with all this, Dinar. I don't know what's coming. I'm trying to be comforting, but none of this is. I understand that.
You're like walking around looking for a pickaxed hole to put it in. Yeah, like it's just like no, it's like a good like an insert that it goes directly in. Like
There's no place for it. All right, I just feebly, I bring it down, but it's more like a firm tap, like a stern strike, but not like I'm gonna break some
And you're
rock
winded
today.
now.
yeah,
Yeah.
your cry of strength when you do it. Like, what noise do you make?
Clear. it's all functions.
So how close is everyone to him so I can figure out how much damage?
Good question.
very
I'm
close to
on
him.
the shore.
I'm at home.
I'm
summoning Steve
also on the shore.
to get the mind flayer across.
Nice.
I mean, we're close.
I think we're
Okay,
in the water.
that's
aren't we?
awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.
I'm
I love
right
this.
up in it. I have to be. I tried to.
Yeah,
I tried to strike it somewhere like eye level. So
No.
If it made
So
a door,
you bring it down with all of your,
Might.
scholar's strength, and
I want to hold on a second. I want to use Scholar's Blow
so
at second level.
it breaks like glass. So you can tell even just looking at it when you're trying to find the slot to place the pick. People have been trying to get here for a while.
Yeah.
Like there have been curiosities about this. There have been several hardy attempts. When you bring the tip of this pick down, what you guys see is like the spark at the tip of like a plasma torch.
Oh.
Like it's just like a bright flash of color.
Serenkov radiation.
And it goes, and like you lose the pick. Like you go like this and it just goes through. And you hear it go tung, 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 tung.
So my battle cry is clear. Drop the pick. I drop.
So there are still. I mean, like I say, it's like glass. The material has been. Have you ever seen the effect of gallium on steel?
No, Jerry.
Oh wait, I think I have.
It looks like it rots it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so there are still chunks of this thing falling in on the side. You have not hit it again. It's like tin foil in places.
Yeah.
This is an instrument, designed and for a singular purpose, and it has done so. So this hole is just like it is just like a mouth. It just extends down, just into the gullet.
I look back at the
Thinking
shore
about it.
to the mind flayer guy just to get a read on him. Is he surprised or is he happy? Is he mad? How's he react?
He just looks like a silhouette. Like he is stock still.
Good stock still?
I'm gonna communicate with him.
Yeah.
Should we go in or you wanna
He doesn't respond, but he's like,
just go in? Okay.
Let's go, I guess.
All right. I trust him implicitly at this point. So yeah, I walk in. Are there any as I look over this now crumbling barrier, is it just a drop? Is there a walkway?
it's just a drop, but it appears to dip down from the light that just surrounds this place. Mm-hmm. It goes down, and it seems like it goes down into a tunnel at a grade.
I'm gonna
Slide now.
Slide.
We could slide. You guys want to slide?
Or,
I was gonna make a staircase
yes, please.
Oh, why?
because it seems nicer
Yeah.
and also less scary.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll use Gramomancy.
You want to hook it up?
make a shadow staircase.
Make it a big staircase because I want to summon Steed.
I will make it a big staircase just for you, Ryan.
Big
Right.
reindeer
So
staircase.
it has to be reindeer
Size.
rated?
Yeah.
But you're gonna have to get a bunch of people in.
Yeah.
It's already been inspected. It's
Oh,
already-
really?
It's all taken care of. Yeah, yeah.
That's a good power. All right. So essentially, so you do how elaborate? Like, do you got the handrails coming out? Like,
Are they to code?
Yeah, they are, in fact, excessively safe.
gotcha.
I think there's no reason to have a railing here because it's not that big a drop. But I want my babies to be safe when they go
Exactly.
downstairs.
It's like this is what you would do if you were making it for your grandchildren.
Yes, exactly.
There you go.
exactly.
So it is safe, and you just extend your awareness. You let the shadow tell you where it is pooling in this place, and you create that platform and you head down. It is not bright here. Down here, it is in the tunnels, away from the light itself.
I beckon to Dinar. Come close. Is this you coming close?
Saunters over you.
Okay. Right on the snoot. Boop. Dark vision.
Oh.
Nice. I'm just going to go ahead and whip up a glow man
Yeah.
for us,
Nice.
just to enjoy some of that light.
It's hot.
Glow man's hot, yeah.
Well, it's got them abs.
This whole shoot, there is a gruesome wind
So this isn't a mouth.
blowing straight out and past the party. Your robes are going.
Just want to recap.
A butthole can be a mouth.
It's a shoot.
Kind of pierce the mount of that mithril tip. Hot shoot.
Yeah.
And a scalding wind as well.
Yeah.
This is Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes. This is everything I was told the game would be.
Dude, can you imagine that as an advertisement? Like you're flipping back and forth, like at
Nobody
EGM or something like that. It's like
Like an old school, advertisement.
this is Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, somebody's imagination was captured.
So Glowman is perpetually surprised by everything. He just has a sort of his default look is just everything is new.
Well, like if he had
Exactly. Yes, this is
if
it.
he had a consistent,
There's no shape.
well, yeah, but if he had a consistent behavior or demeanor when I bring him about, it's like a mime that tries to show to the audience what they're experiencing. So it's a lot of like, whoo, the comical.
Yeah, like the over.
Yeah.
For the podcast, Cathris is fanning his face
Yeah. And
comically.
making silly gestures.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'll summon Clarkmore at this point.
It's pretty cramped here. It might not be
At the precipice.
right here. I'm saying that we can continue on. Maybe there would be a better space. Right now, even Clarkmore would not
You're
like
on
this.
the lip of the orifice.
He'd be on the
That's
rim.
probably too.
On the
Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
We're going right down.
Be a rim deer.
I get it.
This is good.
Thanks, Amy.
I like that. All right. I will wait then.
I'm proceeding.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll lead the way. Well, Glowman's leading the way.
So, I need to know some important information. It happened a long time ago. You still have a sample of the Zagarnezer ale,
Correct. Correct.
In a flask,
as
right?
I recall.
It is not
And
much
multiple.
left,
There
but
were
I do have
multiple
one.
scenarios where you had failed, which in that case was winning, and then you had also had a chance to view it as well.
Yeah.
You
We're going to build a home with Cappy.
You think this is starting to look very similar,
Well, what's Cappy doing? Freaking out?
like
Spinning around?
well, it's like just like pulling up and off, and then like settling back down.
He just keeps trying to get away. I'm like, oh, no, you don't.
No, you stay
No,
here.
you're giving me +1 strength. You stay right there. You're going to die up there.
Wait a minute.
That's low.
Yeah.
So you're gonna feed on me. You're gonna grow many children.
Yeah, so So down here, this is the corridor that you believe you saw, or one very similar to it. You're starting to see some bioluminescence in this place.
So at the idea of that this is a familiar place,
Yes.
I could rummage through
Instantly.
my things,
Yeah.
get that flask out, open it. I say, wait a minute, it's from the dream. It's
Oh,
the
what
dream
is
I
it?
had."
Yeah, good.
Ba-ba.
Oh,
And I do take a sip. I
All right,
grab
here.
it.
So let's get
What was the mechanic again? I don't
exactly.
remember.
So it's just a Constitution check.
Can I use one of my goodies? But I want a disadvantage,
You want
right?
to lose
I
it.
don't want an
It's true.
advantage. All right, so let's.
Can you use it
you
to
take
as disadvantage? Can you
disadvantage?
take disadvantage?
Yeah.
Is that what you want?
Yeah.
I want it to function.
All right.
I don't want to
Then
roll
go for
high
it.
if that's
Do
the
it.
thing. All right, let's disadvantage me.
Oh, that's
there we go.
very
Like,
bad.
Didn't even
Nice.
Yeah, that's
Should've
true.
known.
But just see how bad it'll get.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
3 and an 8 for the podcast.
Pretty junky rolls.
So you
Wow.
you grab the flask. You can see he's twisted the cap off, and then you bring it up to your mouth, and nothing comes out, and then some kind of like fungal plug gets loose. Is that too much?
I was hoping we could get through one episode
The SCOBY.
Without a plug.
without a fungal
This
plug.
it goes, and it just goes straight down, and then it's just following that is just this, body heat temperature ale
Oh man.
following it back, and then and then you bring it down and you look around, and nothing has happened. The rest of you see Kithris hit the ground.
Nice.
Oh.
So and now.
So you're just looking around as though nothing has occurred, but there's no one else here with you.
Okay, that's what I wanted to verify. And I'm in the same space. Like I marked, like, all right, there was some mushrooms there, there was this there, and it's the same.
It's the
zone.
same place.
Well, I must be dreaming. They didn't disappear. No. Too little time passed. They wouldn't have ran away if they saw me ingest this disgusting
All right, so you
thing.
spend the rest of your time in this vision,
I'm just
Talking your way through
watching
it.
the
I'm
movie
like-
Memento.
I'm like, just trying to yell, and maybe it would cross, and we'd be able to find the dream me in this space.
So you're using this as a scientific
yeah,
triangulation
trying to figure
thing.
out how far off we are.
Right? So then you
Without peer review, this is...
come to,
Okay.
and everyone is around, laying on the. Everyone is looking down at you in a pile on the ground.
Kithris, it's no time to party.
Well, here's the question. Play it brash and reckless, which is no. Here's the question. Did I recognize any of that in my wand?
You think it's the same place?
Sure, but do I have a better idea of the layout of it?
I mean, how much? Let's see. You only had a few moments to wander, so
Yeah.
it can't really be used to sound it out like that.
Okay. No worries.
And we didn't hear anything while he was.
No, well, you heard some light snoring.
Got it.
Thing that did work. All right. Never mind. I guess this is the place. It's very similar at any rate.
Great.
I think I'm the wrong barometer. We should be paying attention to your.
And you can
friend atop your head.
actively see Cappy like bubbling up and then flattening out with a.
Nice.
You do that.
Oh no.
What is it, boy? You fall down the well?
Does Cappy have a particular expression on his face right now?
Like wide-eyed.
Good, wide-eyed.
Well, it's hard to tell with a bipedal mushroom,
Mushroom.
but you have spent some time in the
right.
meld. You think
Can only be good.
You think that this is not a bad sign.
Okay.
Can only be good.
All right.
You think that
mean, the only
joy. You think
way-
that joy may be occurring.
I can talk to him is when I drink. I was able to talk to him then.
Yeah, do it.
Specifically the Zagernazar, or just
Yeah, no, it was the Zagernazar, and then I drank it, and then we had our vision quest where...
Is Gall down here with
You're
us?
beautiful.
Yeah, where he looked like Freddie Mercury.
Yes.
Yeah.
However, he just drank the last fungal plug, so unless you have a stash.
Oh, is it all gone now? Okay.
I think so, but I could.
Well,
the plug-
Open
the-
your mouth
the
and
plug
maybe
was- Bird it.
lap out what's left.
The plug was at the top, maintaining freshness.
Yeah. That's what
Oh, so
There's
more
probably
in
another
that.
swig in
Oh,
there.
okay, okay.
There is maybe a half a swing, but it'll get you there. Enough to ask some questions.
All right. Yeah. I mean,
You want to take a ride?
well, I
the
want to see
dog.
what's going on with
Yeah.
with my buddy here.
I want to go for a ride.
My sweet boy. All right. Laggle, laggle, laggle.
You want the
Yeah, I want the
negative
disadvantage.
juice.
I want to make sure. Unlike Chris, I roll like a champ all the time, so I need to handcuff myself. 12.
Oh, pretty good.
Really good.
So good.
Too good.
Yeah, I missed the table.
That's very bad.
Rolling like
16.
16. Oh, no.
Damn, they're both too good.
No, so
Well, is
good.
the 12 too good?
Yeah.
Damn it. I can't not win.
Well,
Just try one more time.
It just tastes
All
bad.
I do is win, win,
I
win, no
don't-
matter what.
Try one more time.
Yeah. I'm
It
just
just
like,
I don't
tastes,
think there's
it
anything
just
wrong with
tastes
that.
bad.
Yeah.
all right.
we'd have to like open the flask and you lick the insides.
I rip the side. Is it a wineskin? Do I just like turn it inside out and I'm licking the edges?
Yeah.
Just eat it.
That's it. I eat it. I eat what's left.
Nice.
Yeah, I got you.
Damn it. I took a disadvantage.
Yeah, I know.
All right,
Okay. Oh, yeah, you took it. All right. Hey!
7.
I got the Cathris special.
Yeah.
A 7.
Yay.
So you hit it,
What's your constitution bonus?
Uh-oh.
Plus 5.
yeah, and he's just flat on his back. But like you would be in a coffin, but just like arms straight down.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. Just like
Like
Right on
a
the-
king tut.
yeah, exactly. And you are here in this mysterious place with the massive, hulking, attractive form of this myconid friend.
Freddie Mercury, the Cappy Freddie Mercury. All right.
So he looks at you, and you're trying to parse exactly what the emotion is, and he reaches up and stretches out until he can touch the ceiling, and then he reaches out with his other hand and basically forms a column with his own body. And then when he closes his eyes, you see eyes erupt all over his trunk.
I hope this doesn't awaken anything in you.
Yeah. Wow, I got a lot of latent feelings all of a sudden.
What does that mean?
What could it mean? Take another swig.
You know.
I talked to him.
As soon as this happens, you can see the place, like the color of the air begins to shift.
Well, in this state, I ask him, you want to be left here? Is this it?
This is where I'm meant to go. This is where joy can be maximized.
No. I said, we've had a good run, buddy. No, I wouldn't not give him what he wants, yeah. Remember all those times we had? All that +1 strength you gave?
You guys are going to move in together.
I know. I said, I can't stay here with you, but I will leave you here.
So the montage is I will
Yeah.
remember you. But it's a close-up
No,
of the top of your head and Cappy.
Pinch me.
And you can tell the background is changing. You're in different places, but there's not very much of it to look at. It's just the sometimes it's darker.
Yeah,
other
sometimes
times.
there's like,
Yeah.
and it's like all out of focus in the background. It's like, that might have been a tree. We're in a forest that time. I don't know. It's just constant focus at the top of Donner's head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I just wanted to confirm before I leave my traveling
stats.
companion. Well, my stats and my friend. So
Cap has been your day one friend.
yeah, he's been there for a while.
Yeah, he's been
kept
around.
Dinar sane. Now Dinar's extra crazy right now. Just by the way.
Just me and you, hairball.
You feed the oak hairball after
Yeah,
this
good.
one. It's like, you're all I have left.
So you leave him be. You leave him be. You just take him off and put him down.
I'll wake up and confirm to everyone that, yeah, this is Cappy's place.
This is the spot.
He's
This
still
is
on your
Cappy's
head
spot.
right now?
Yeah, for the time being.
Okay.
In the dream, did he indicate a certain space he wants to be, or just throw him on the ground?
He seems fine with this region.
All right.
Whatever it is in this
Goodbye,
zone.
sweet friend.
Goodbye. Just kick it. Just throw him like a frisbee.
Yeah. It's
Down
like,
the hall.
all right. Yeah, so I will remember you. Do. Yeah, so I'll find a nice, appropriate rock to put him on.
It's just like, all right, that's nice.
Put him down. Be like, you betraying piece of shit.
You can see him.
It's supposed to be me and you.
Looks stupid on the rock. He is rapidly beginning to build mass underneath and beginning to extend up, and then there is the air begins to shift in this place as well, and you can feel like there's actually like visible dust.
Oh yeah, the spores. Yeah.
I think that's his way of saying he loves you.
Yeah. That's like a mushroom way of.
Mushroom love. Now,
Jizz.
Yeah. The mushroom version of that, right?
is it?
Is that to radar love? Yeah.
It could be.
We got a spore in the air.
So
It's like 99 love points.
love balloons. The chasm down here has begun to widen, which is important for some.
Yeah.
But it's also begun to fork and branch.
Trees too.
No,
And silverware.
no. So whatever process maintains this bizarre lake, also must create these strange steam tunnels, and there are many of them.
Well, we're talking about we're talking about that which endures.
Indeed.
I'm going to pull out my little handy sigil that he gave me and see if that trick works again. If we can use that as a compass down here.
Sure. So when you withdraw it and hold it forth, you can see that just the being a much smaller version of that same symbol on a lighter stone, the breezes down here just begin to move it, and then it begins to push against those forces and lead you through caverns. And as you're doing this, you begin to hear a voice. Everyone can hear the voice, but Cthulhu hears it clearly and loudly. You can all make out what it's saying, but not with the same clarity that Cthulhu has. So,
It's high def.
Also, weird. For the record, I do find Steve. Find Steve.
find Steve.
Where's Steve?
Cappy's
Steve,
gone.
I need you now more than ever, Steve. He's feeling really alone.
It's your sponsor.
He's feeling. Yeah, I gotta call Steve. I mean, he's all freaked out because he died, and now he just lost his friend. And as an indicator that things are not great right now in Dinar's head, he does it first try. And he usually misses and messes up for 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yeah,
It's just like,
and he gets it first try.
just need. It's need.
You should be miserable more often.
So the voice says, what do you think will happen if you release one of my charges? You know that your own power is a function of my body as a prison, correct? You understand that you grow less powerful with each of these tantrums? How will it be at the end, Cthulhu? Now, your labors, such as they may be, have their amusements, but in the end it will be a god versus a mortal. No matter how many of them you free. How do you think you'll fare in that contest?
You want us to fuck this guy up?
Yeah, are you able to hear any of that stuff?
Yeah,
They can.
yeah.
So at my regular speaking volume, I don't raise my voice or anything, as if it's conversational. I say, perhaps not a god versus a mortal, but a much larger mortal versus a mortal.
Damn.
And the whatever deal I struck with you is erased from my mind now. But you, in any case, were always an intercessor. I will not have your power to draw upon anymore, but true power will be my reward.
So you are saying these words, and the texture of them is altered by the volume of the space that you're in. And near the end, they are clearly echoing off of a much larger space. So the heat has increased to something on the edge of bearable at this point. The deeper you have gone into these caverns, and you have entered into a Have you ever cracked open a geode?
I've seen it done.
Yeah. So imagine that you were walking into a geode. So that surrounding you, and there is a gentle light in this place. Its origin is unclear, but there is a gentle light coming from these crystals. Can I get perception checks from y'all motherfuckers?
So the light, the heat.
You are, yeah, and instantly you are all completed.
Yikes.
It's not my best work.
14.
18.
4.
What is that going to be? Come on, Christopher. You should know better than this.
12.
It's not great. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like 12.
18 is not enough for this.
Whoa.
So,
Oh.
so as you are moving through this place, even in the floor, there are jutting crystals that are emerging, and so walking through this place is actually very difficult. Which is to say, it's difficult terrain, but it's also just fucking hard, it turns out, to walk inside of a geode. No matter what I might have thought when I was coming up with the adventure. There is like a pronounced tinking on the jar that you secured from
With the juice.
with the juice inside, but also the strange worm inside. That's always curious and clever, and when looked at from different angles, appears to be a different physical shape altogether.
Right.
So you can hear its agitation in your pouch, so to speak. We've had mounds, we've had pouches. It's that kind of game.
Tip blasted that too.
So I feel that worm rambling around in my pouch.
You know what I'm talking about?
Well, I mean, I'm trying to think, like, yeah, for whatever purpose serves us. Because I hadn't actually put it in my bag. It's still in the knife.
Yeah.
But I will retrieve it now. And, yeah, what is the... Let me introduce it to this space with the jar closed still.
Absolutely.
If it's
Yeah.
ticking away.
Can I get more perceptions from my friends?
Love to.
If you're looking for high numbers, I'll take advantage.
Ooh, that's a pretty tasty one.
15. Yeah, 9. 15.
That's going to be a cumulative 19.
Okay. Kneeling down with this jar, you can see in the crystals themselves, you can see the reflection, but you pick up on something, which is that each of them is slightly different. The reflections in each of the crystals don't comport. You can see that one of them looks mostly correct, but each of the other crystals is showing slightly different versions of the same scene. There is a version where there is not a dinar, and the rest of you are here. That's a huge boon, obviously,
Best
for
world,
Rosie
the
B.
best
Singer.
version.
I start scrabbling at it. Can I get in there?
Let me in!
But yeah, it wants very, very badly to get out and be in this place.
What would you become, little worm? I'm going to express this to everybody. That look at their reflections. They're not right. This is some kind of a fun house. I think we're looking at like where all these planes of reality coexist, and we can enjoy each one like a bunch of security video feeds.
Nice.
I don't understand that reference.
I don't either. It's just syllables. I don't know what it means, but one of these ones said it.
All
Red
Dinar
lips.
sees is the one where he's not in, and he's like, I think these are different versions of hell. 'Cause this is obviously some sort of horrible situation.
All right, hey, would it be possible to get initiative rolls?
Oh,
Oh,
oh boy.
Versus that worm.
Yeah, the worm.
Jar.
What?
Oh,
Oh, twinsies.
taking advantage.
Hey, very nice.
Hey, initiative partner.
6.
What's your?
17.
Hey.
You're also 17.
Wait, weird. We rolled the same thing too. We both rolled 3s.
We both started
The
3s.
hell, dude, this is the work of the earth.
Baylor, are you with us?
All right.
Oh, wait, don't you get like a? Oh, I'm a 2 actually because I get -1.
Yeah, I get 6.
So
Yeah, we roll
old
off.
Caboose at it again.
Oh,
Come on.
Okay, you go first.
That's right. So,
Do something
you
big.
should probably go first. You had really good perception, Rose.
so you can so you are looking down, approaching this with the mind of a warlock and an arcanist, trying to examine each of these phases, each of these interpretations, and in many of these interpretations, you can see members of the party being slain. So the farther away you get from where you are actually looking, you are starting to see cascading events where it can't be parsed or perceived. It gets more and more off the rail, basically.
Yeah. Less likely that we live.
Indeed.
In the Denarless timeline, you win.
Yeah.
You'll find that fast.
And so the reason why the initiative was so important is because there are the crystals themselves in their natural form are like a milky quartz. But more and more of them are beginning to... have you ever had like a flower that drew water up, but it was like dyed water? And so you can sort of see how out of the edge of the petals, you can see the dye. These crystals are beginning to take on an amethyst hue inside this place. And they're beginning to ring and shriek in discordant ways. Rosie Beestinger.
Yes. I was going to posit that Cthulhu could go first since he had such good perception. We have the same dex.
I mean,
and
I
higher
could.
Sure.
initiative.
Yeah, we can do.
That's okay.
That's easy peasy. It's
Okay.
just like,
Yeah,
hey,
let's-
buddy, what do you think we should do?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I stab the wall. No, I don't know what to do. I'm like, what's the worm doing as we proceed? And we're seeing these colors start to shift and these violent scenes in the facets.
It is. I mean, to the extent that it's probably difficult to determine what a worm likes.
What a worm needs.
Yeah. What a worm wants. We don't want to
gonna be in my
investigate
head.
that. So you can tell that its shape is increasing in complexity.
Oh, it's a fractal worm.
Oh boy. Is it faceted?
Faceted?
Yeah.
It is not.
Okay.
It could not be less. It is the antithesis of that model for life.
Okay.
It is absolutely organic.
I'm going to use Awakened Mind on it.
On the worm?
Yeah. And I'm going to say, here, friend. However it wants to parse that,
Yeah.
that is what I express.
It begins to plink ever more insistently against the glass, and there's a tiny hairline fracture.
Do I have time to mend it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you can say something if you want to. I love it. That's so Cthulhu.
It's like, maybe
like,
not yet. Maybe we
slip
don't do
there,
that.
buddy.
Nope.
Hold on, yeah.
Here we go.
Ooh, be careful, friend. You don't want to get cut. Yeah, I mend.
All right.
So let it tap.
Shh. I love it. Rosie Beestinger. So this sound, and it's like, at one level, it could be like a meditation chime, but there's too many, and they're all set just a fraction of a tonal pitch apart. So this place is vibrating in a way that seems inherently unhealthy.
I break the glass jar with the worm in it.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell me how it looks.
Well, I'm
You've mended it.
talking, yeah, and it's going,
Yep.
and it broke a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, well, hold on. We're not done. We need to learn more.
And I marched right up. And I look at you and I'm frustrated and there's this like stormy look on my face and I just go, and the crash.
Yeah.
And then just the worm is in your hand.
Oh God.
Oh, okay.
Didn't even knock the worm away.
No, I'll explain why.
Okay.
Well, let's find out. Yeah. Okay. So you've just busted the
Yeah.
top of it shears off the jar and it's split now, and
Yes.
the worm's like hanging here, and there's some glass.
There's, to me, everything that has happened in this place, in this cave that we've been in, has been like it's Cappy telling you that this is where he belongs. And in Rosie's head, this worm is saying, this is where I belong. I'm here to fight whatever this meat and mouths voice is. She's pissed off that a god was talking shit to Cthulhu, and she's doing a little chaotic good. Or so she thinks.
CG.
The bummer is, that I wasn't talking back to that god like with. It wasn't threat. It was what I believe to be true.
Yeah, well, no, I agree. I agree. It was a good retort.
Yeah, if we could starve you, that's it. Like, other gods don't have this problem.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
But at any rate.
If there's a relationship here between you and this worm, Rosie is not
Speak
perceiving
now or forever.
it. Yep. It's you got a minute to say your goodbyes.
Yeah. Well, I'm no fan of the worm. I don't know anything about this worm yet. I could grow to become a great fan, but we'll find out.
Your inactivity in the face of
In the face of
trepidation,
worm.
in the face of worm, in worm face, I think is something that would frustrate Rosie. She'd just be like, "Oh, come on."
That's fair. Yeah.
So, Rosie, you have the first opportunity to enjoy this cavern.
Thank you.
It's my pleasure. It's all down to the dice. So this amethyst color that has sort of traveled and maneuvered around these crystals is starting to collect in some of them, and when it reaches a point, it emits a beam that fires into another crystal until it begins to ping pong around the cavern itself, and comes right for you, basically. All right, AC? 16?
No, I'm chilly enough. Yeah, 16. Yeah.
Okay, you're good. Okay, here we go. Now, here's what I need you to do. I need you to strike Cthulhu with your staff.
Not again.
Okay, but just like
Oh,
a little
geez.
bit.
Nope, a real hit.
All right.
You take extra
Is there?
attacks.
Is it just like
It's your real attack with all your real stuff.
okay? Is there a reason in my head that I'm doing this?
I'll go into it. I just want
Okay,
to.
okay.
It won't matter if you don't hit.
Can I take disadvantage?
No,
Ha!
Oh, you let them do it. That's a hit.
That's a good
not
hit.
for,
Yeah,
it's
that's
a real
a
good hit.
really
Now,
good-
can you roll
really
some
good
damage for Cthulhu?
Yeah. I'll just roll just a little bit.
Yeah, keep it low. Keep it low.
Yeah.
Hey!
it's 6.
6 points.
She ain't bad. That's pretty good.
Like smashes the jar and cracks you in the
Yeah,
face.
exactly.
You did a short rest too, so you're.
Oh no, I'm back up. Yeah.
There's no effects on this. No need to saving throw or anything.
So here's what happens. The beam. So you go over. It's time to regulate. Sometimes grandmas are required, and you bring your staff and just shatter it. Shatter the glass. Like, all right, now we can progress this process, please.
Exactly.
And when you look back at Cthulhu's face, it is not his face.
Whose face is it?
It is like a statue, like a cruel-faced amethyst statue that just taunts you with its gaze, and its mouth droops open. And before you know it, you have brought the end of the staff up into that face.
Oh,
It's just you cannot look at it without attacking it.
I see.
And so Cthulhu, that catches you straight in the face. And you spit blood out of the side of your mouth. And in this place, that blood hits the crystal and then begins to run together into a single pool. And that pool skitters around at the bases, around the tips, so to speak. and then collects on a crystal that you can see in the ceiling that hangs down. Walnut on grass.
Whoa.
Whoa.
A lot has happened fast.
Grandmother.
Yeah.
It's broken. You did. God.
I just mended it.
So I see her smack Cthulhu.
Right in the face. And then the blood behaves in a bizarre way.
It does. I'm gonna step in between Cthulhu and Rosie, facing Rosie, and just be like, "What is wrong with you?" That's it.
That's your action. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we can talk on my action.
Yeah.
right?
Absolutely. I want
we
that to
can talk?
happen.
Yeah.
I want that to happen, yeah. That's the type of game I run.
There's this nasty ass statue talking shit. Well, not talking, but like with its eyes.
As you're
That's this.
as you're gesturing, it's Cthulhu Straub.
Again for me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Look.
Uh-oh. Well, that's not great. Look out for visions.
What did you see?
I know that's what we call him, but we don't call him that to his face. That's what we
Nasty ass statue.
These gargoyles been
Yeah.
pissing me off.
I saw a face in amethyst staring at me, begging me to smack it in the face, so I did. But it wasn't Cthulhu. It was some
But it
asshole.
was.
It was. I am very
Yeah.
sorry about that.
I go, okay.
Look out.
So is that my whole thing?
No. You can play some D&D, that's fine.
My last question is: are bugs animals?
Are bugs animals?
Our bugs.
Are bugs not animals?
Bugs not animals?
Is a Pop-Tart a ravioli?
Give me an example.
Yes.
Give me an example of this spell. I mean, what are you trying to do?
Talk to it.
Oh, you can talk to it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you want to try.
Just kidding. I'm trying to do something else, and it was sneakier.
Yeah.
No, I wanted to talk to it. So I talk to you, and I turn doing the diplomacy stuff, and I turn around, look at the worm in your hand, and I go, and I just say, I say, are you our friend or are you our foe?
The worm?
The worm.
The what'em.
Just a worm?
What does worm sound like? What does it sound like to us?
Like, I don't know, like the sound of them, like.
You're trying to get as close to whatever this worm is.
Squeeze.
Like, maybe it speaks that, like a dialect.
Yeah.
So you want to try to communicate?
I
To
guess
this
I can't
creature?
talk to a worm.
You can try.
Your DM said you could do it.
All right. Yeah, I
Talk
tried
to
to
that
talk to the
worm.
worm.
Crush you like a what'em.
Dude, it's a huge problem. So, you sort of you get down to look at this creature, and you say, "Are you a friend or foe?" And what you receive back isn't language, but it shows you.
The next Star Wars movie.
Oh, wow, nice.
Good. It's good.
No, it actually turns out good.
JJ's at the helm again.
Yeah, he's back on it.
We're in business.
No. You see yourself in a traditional enclave funeral. And as you are placed in the ground, the soil over the top, rain falls on it, and a lush carpet of grass begins to grow, and flowers and trees and fruit, children running on it, and that becomes a part of the forest.
I think that's a threat.
And then Slash is playing in front of a... He's playing in front of a church and someone dies over and knocks the cake over.
No, but there's a organ.
He just said, I'm going to put you in the ground.
So I think, like, how transported am I when I see that? Do I just see it, or do I like feel that happening?
It is perceptual.
Okay. So Walnut would be just startled, like taken aback by that, and I guess not say anything. Just kind of stew in that for a minute.
Yeah, in that juice.
So wait, Walnut goes, grandmother, cool it. It's
Whoa! And then she's just like, and then she looks really serious.
okay.
and then silence.
Okay.
Dinar blitz in.
I'm kind of at a loss what to do here. What's the blood doing?
The blood has collected in a specific place
On the ceiling?
on a particular spar. Yeah, I mean, but the ceiling is not high in here.
Okay.
It'd be easiest for you to see it actually.
Yeah,
So you can examine
I will do that.
exactly. So give me a perception roll.
I'll take advantage.
You want to goose it?
Because this is some sort of fight brewing, and I don't have very good perception. 12 and a 4.
When you're looking at it, you can tell that what's happening inside of it differs slightly from the rest, and that particular stone shows the group destroying it. Like now time has begun to move forward, destroying that crystal,
Okay.
and then it goes dark, but it's just cycling through that moment again and again.
I tell everyone what I see. I've just been looking in like, yo, seeing weird stuff in your blood. I'm like, you all right, buddy?
Get your platelets looked
Your
at.
blood's weird, man. Are you sick?
I think it's trying to spawn. I think that is a Sangolith baby.
Oh.
I think it wants our blood to juice these crystals up. And I don't know how the worm's involved. Maybe he has the sweetest blood of all. Nope.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
And then I'm freaked out and grossed out, so I just take a step back from the blood because I don't want to be close to this thing.
Should we destroy that?
Basta.
I mean, we could.
And he's like, I like to break things.
I mean, it's showing it breaking and then stopping, and that's it. And every other crystal is showing us all dying. This is the only one
But
that's not showing us.
in different ways.
Yeah.
Sometimes the party composition is different.
Is that crystal familiar to me at all? Its
Tell me more.
position? Well, it's red and it's above us, and that is also the qualities of my long lost homeward star. So I didn't know if there was any kind of relationship.
That's very, very good.
Thank you. Do I recognize its position? Like,
If you look around at
alarming?
where the color is gathering in here, there is a case to be made that it reflects the homeward star.
Okay, then I would campaign that we do not destroy it.
Okay. I'm
But
like,
that's Rosie. Yeah, I mean, you got to do what you got to do. If you see some messed up stuff going on in there, then mess it up. But
there's no immediate threat. I'm one for. Also,
you could just ready an
Dinar's
action or
a
something.
in a less braggadocious mode than normal. He's in
Yeah.
like a self-absorbed Hamlet mode.
Yeah.
So he's like, all right.
Is it a skull holder?
Yeah.
Skull holder.
Skull holder? No, Cthulhu Stroud.
This we've already heard. Like, just hey worm, you settle down. We've already heard about. What is the worm doing, by the way? Like as we've had a couple seconds pass, and it's been inert, or like what has it been
But
doing?
he has his action, so
Oh, I see.
yeah.
His worm action.
Where does it fall in the lineup?
I have him with my rest of my NPCs.
Okay. I just didn't know if it was just limp in there. If you got a limp worm.
Oh, it's not damaged or anything.
I assume not. Why does this have to be telegraphed? I'm just going to put the joke out there and then nobody will talk about it. The Sangolith, it was stone and blood somehow combined. Those the ones that we met in the prison, in that stomach, said as much. If this thing gets enough blood, I don't know what it's going to do. All I know is that it seems to be pleased by absorbing what I got in there, and I want to deny it. I say we break that thing.
I say we break it.
I love it. Let's see what you got.
Sounds like
Yeah,
there's going
break
to have
it.
to be a decision made. Oh, I guess it's made.
I say, yeah, break it.
As much as all that.
Yeah.
You know what? I never did. There was no recovering the pick. I don't know where it ended up down here, huh?
I assume that if you walked by it, you would not leave it. That's just my guess.
Yeah, okay. So maybe I didn't see
Yeah,
it.
it's
Okay.
irresponsible.
Pick.
Let's see here.
You got magic spells.
I got a lot of
You
spells.
got picks. You got of
So
things.
if you're right, like if I hit it with a star, which I'm not supposed to be using, that would probably be
really messes it
very
up.
bad, or really
Yeah.
great, or it could be the worst thing to do. So let's sit on that one then.
Does sound fun though. It just doesn't sound like
Could
very,
be a fun
very
plot
compressed.
point.
Yeah. You know what? We can
know
we can
what?
we can progress this thing. We can let's start defining the rest of the season right now.
Whoa, that doesn't sound good. Don't do it.
All right, no, I'm not gonna do that one.
Do it.
Yeah. Read more.
God, you guys really on my side?
Brush your teeth.
Tie shoes.
God, there's just as much indecision in the jar.
Yeah.
Kithra's holding it as there is in him going like, what do I want to do to this thing? No, we're gonna try a different way first. Could do it my way. I'm going to do dissonant whispers on it.
Ooh, on the crystal.
On the crystal. I'm gonna get up close to it.
Tell me what you say.
Gosh, what would I want to evoke? The only
So you're looking up at the crystal, and you're seeing your own face reflected,
yeah.
but it's either a couple seconds slow or a couple seconds fast.
Oh, like I can see the mouth.
It's not
moving.
exactly.
Yeah. God, there's the first thing came to mind. The only young that will be fed today are mine. And then I reveal my clutch of eggs that I carry with me.
Like the belly of a possum. There's just these little baby Kithras all just.
Look at tiny Kithras.
Yeah.
Just in the coat.
I'm saying
like,
like
I knew it.
it's possible for all things to starve. And
I love that.
so what's the crystal's wisdom?
Yeah, it's just
How do we work that
it's an
out?
object, and so it doesn't react in the same way. I'm just going to determine what
Okay.
kind of damage it takes. Why don't you give me the damage that it takes?
All right, well, it's going to be 5.
That's and
5d6.
Whoa.
yeah, materials have their own shit.
I guess I could have hexed it beforehand, but that's okay. Let's say I'm acting rashly, so
Like hexing a chair.
yeah. Wow, quick add.
Thanks.
Yeah, so 13, and then here's one more.
Ooh.
16. Total.
Nice. So you see your own face. Like burst, because you're there with this curiosity and cleverness, and when you speak through it, cracks immediately run straight through it, and then it explodes. Josh, can you tip the cauldron, please?
Oh no.
Oh, come on.
Rosie didn't stop you, but she's not participating.
I have my mouth open so I get some of that blood back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you're healing off this. You're making money.
No, I don't do that.
All right.
You got to get so rich that your blood makes blood for you.
Exactly. 9 points of damage for each party member.
Whoa.
What?
For each party member.
From shards?
From shards. So as
I do?
it explodes, other ones just it basically at just random intervals achieve some kind of point, some vibration point, and start hurling jagged glass into the party. Thanks, Josh.
Feel it.
Nice.
Now, but these lacerations, so you can see them like just along your arm, on your wrist, and the back of your hand. You can see these cuts, and you can see the blood running freely out of them, hitting the ground, and then joining your friend's blood as it travels and runs through the cavern made of crystal. And on the opposite wall, to the right, at about eye level for every non-Rosie, you can see that it has begun to pool, and each drop that comes to it just makes it dance and writhe around this crystal. Rosie Beestinger.
Yeah.
There's no way to win.
So we've got another blood crystal
Blood crystal.
at about 5 feet high.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoa.
Well, don't hit it.
And everyone stop bleeding.
Yeah.
Please.
That's probably really good advice.
No one said that at the start of the
hold it in.
campaign. Just goes back into the wounds.
I actually think that Rosie would delicately hesitantly traverse this quartz crystal terrain to Walnut and try to bind your wounds.
Oh, that's really sweet.
I know. She's dumb. But that's what she would
Oh,
do.
just like foot tip on the.
Yeah. And it's not that you can't survive 9 points of damage, but just that the blood is...
Well, then I say to you, I say, Grandmother, the worm showed me my own death.
Well, your own death is about to happen real
No.
soon
No,
if we continue this.
I was buried in a ceremony in my enclave.
Kate, by the way, loves this. Rosie's like, well, we can talk about this later, sweetheart. She's binding you up.
That's what I'm saying. We don't die here.
Okay, that's great. I'm really happy to hear that.
But the worm told me.
That's my turn.
I love it. So Cathris, this worm. So you have whispered into this. You have looked back down, and as I've said, each angle seems to be slightly different, even though it appears to be a physical object or a creature.
Yeah.
And it begins to travel from its current location into the base of that broken crystal. So it moves according to some rule that it knows. There's something about this space that it knows that you can't perceive. And like at odd right angles, jagged motions, and then it moves up and it's just like slurped up like spaghetti. That is its turn.
linguine.
Yeah, Dad's linguine. Father's linguine. Rosie Beestinger.
Eat my worm.
So
gone?
these, after this first pass of shattered crystal, other crystals have begun to behave in different ways. Some have begun to leak out a crystal fluid that solidifies and then begins to whip in the air.
Oof.
Some have bloomed like flowers and have begun to fire something like a pistol out of them, like PISTIL.
Oh,
It's shooting pistols like pistols.
it's shooting guns.
Yeah.
It's a gun that shoots a smaller gun at you.
Yeah, and it is firing one of these chunks of crystal at you.
Okay. I don't like it.
It's a missile attack.
Oh! You don't say. All right, let me review these rules. It's been a long time since someone fired a missile at me. All right, so I can deflect them
You can.
with, as a reaction, I can reduce ranged weapon attack damage done to me. If the damage is negated, I catch it and may throw it back. As
That's
a
exactly
weapon.
right.
Okay,
Or
so
just
how
keep
much
it.
damage did it do?
7 points.
Okay. Ugh. I can't take advantage. I guess I can't take advantage on a 1d10, can I?
That'd just be a d20.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. Okay, here we go. I'm trying to get 7 points of damage.
It's a monk level plus. Oh, jeez.
10.
Yeah, I got a 10. So that is a 19.
Right, yeah. So it's basically like lethally targeted.
Yeah.
Right for your neck, basically. And just effortlessly you pluck it.
Okay.
So you can either return the favor or you can keep it as a cool memento.
I'd still have my crossbow, but no, I could misinterpret that as someone firing at Walnut, so that is going to get thrown right back. I'll use my dart attack. Is that what I want to do? Okay. So that's going to be a 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay. So you throw it right back into this crystalline mockery of a flower, and it basically goes right into the center and shatters a bunch of the ordnance that was inside the bulb. There is another beam that is firing out at Dinar.
Wow. Look out for that beam.
Look out for that beam. All right, now, Dinar, AC 18?
Yes.
Okay. It is this beam, this glittering beam gets lost and refracted in your scales. Walnut don't grass.
Haha.
Me?
Being a dragon.
Like I said.
So it's still the best.
Works every time.
Yeah.
I look around at the party and I go, what do we do?
Yeah. What do we fight?
We gotta stop bleeding.
We gotta stop bleeding?
I don't know.
Let's just run away.
I'm with Dinar. Rosie's got a wild look in her eyes. She's like, we gotta get out of here.
Thris, what are we supposed to do down here?
Yeah.
It's Gaul who wanted it done, whatever it is. The ritual is broken. We're down in here. We're trying to free that which endures.
Almost like illithids are evil.
Yeah, but we do have to free it if we want to do it in the right order.
What about your sigil? Can that do anything?
I don't know.
I'm also, I want to posit the question as Ryan. Like, so we're seeing multiple realities and universes. You're the only two that have, like, experienced anything like that. You more than anyone, I guess.
I saw
Is this
the other
messing with
things,
you?
but I didn't know what it was. Thris is the only one that knows what it was.
That's true. I guess I do.
Oh, yeah,
understand.
that was right. It was you who saw the manipulating of the
She was
time
messed
streams.
up.
Yeah, that's right. It was the messing up that affected you.
Yeah, I understand what's being presented. I don't know if I have time to pore over every facet and find the effective ones.
Yeah, I'm just saying, does this
Where's the
evoke...
last white one in the whole place? I don't want to look at any of these red ones anymore. What is the worm? I know what these amethysts are doing.
He's gone, right?
Well, yeah, he slipped up in there of his own accord.
Yeah.
He made a decision, and I commend him. He's brave.
Yeah.
Brave worm.
Great worm. Premium
So
worm.
we're just in this crystal.
Zone.
What work would be done here that would free a thing? What work would be done in here that is not going to please the
Just start
Sangolith?
breaking some crystals.
Yeah, it could be
Cool.
that there is a crystal that is the correct one, and we have to find it and break it.
Would love to destroy all crystals. No, but so I look at Thris and I say, what should we do? Rosie, what should we do?
You don't want to break the ones with blood in them. We know that much.
Yeah.
What else
But
can we break?
we see other realities in these other crystals. Maybe the reality we want is one where we're accomplishing our goal,
Right.
and we go bust it open.
A great idea. Can I do a perception check to see if I see anything that's good? Any?
Womp, womp, womp.
Womp, 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 womp.
Shadow Council, may our labors please you. Your servant, Walnut on Grass, has offered you food. Now, this is the portable Elderwood Academy. It's got dice in there, and
It's so small.
It's ready to go with you. You can put a key ring right around on the side. So that's super cool, and we'll give that to someone out there. So, in this forest of increasingly violent imagery, you can see let's see. So you are drawn to a specific image. Like in a moment, you're trying to parse all of these different crystals, and you can see a crystal that has the party in it. So there's so many different versions, but you can see one that has every member of the party upright and alive over the body, over a body that you can't see because the position is behind the party.
Small detail. So I point at this. And I say, this one. And that's my turn.
Nice.
Dinar, what's in?
This one is in break this one?
It gets to Dinar. Okay, so what are we doing with it?
Yeah. What, are we hugging it?
I mean, yeah.
We either break it open or we kill anything in here that's not us.
Yeah, I think we break it.
All right.
Smash, boy, smash.
Yeah. Dunno.
You know how?
Shield your eyes.
Yeah. Yep, I'll hit it
Okay.
with the toothbrush.
I know about that.
Yeah, I was debating whether I would like punch it or something, but yeah.
I got a couple different ways I can go.
Yeah.
Crystals!
Yeah. So, property damage.
Exactly,
That's
property damage.
That's his.
But we'd like to find out if anybody gets anything cool.
Okay, you mean to go through the whole? All right.
Just roll.
It might dodge.
Yeah, no, he's not going to dodge, but I want to see if somebody gets some dice.
All right. 4.
Nice.
Nice.
Still didn't move.
Yeah, I still hit it with a 4, right?
Oh, yeah. It's
Okay.
It's still good. You just thrust.
Yeah.
Pierce, I do need damage, though.
Oh, all right. Sorry. Oh, shit. Well, I'm going to use Great Weapon Master. Since I can't lose, right?
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, where the hell is it? Oh. 10, 2d6 plus 3 plus 10. So 10, 13, 23.
That's quite good. You thrust your blade directly into the center of the crystal. Yeah, it's been a very hot adventure.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Exactly.
It's warm in this cavern.
It's like a hot shoot in here.
And as you, so as the sword goes in, it goes past the rock and into something that feels like flesh.
Oh.
Yucky.
And when you pull the sword out, a black liquid flows into the chamber along with the sword. And you can see writhing in this black liquid hundreds of these worms.
Oh. Your friend?
And
So,
as they writhe, they begin to coalesce into something, and all this black fluid flows together with the structure they've created to make something or someone. And it is essentially, imagine it's like a wing case, like hard, firm wings.
Turgid wings.
Nubile. Taut.
Containing, and then as the wings open and fold down, you can see something that looks like a bipedal vulture, like ragged feathers, just ragged feathers all around. And then what happens after that is that from inside this creature, another emerges. It stands up out of it, and it could not be more distinct from its progenitor. This is something like I never know if I'm pronouncing it right. Is it satyr?
Yeah.
A satyr.
I see that Y, and I'm like, man, I could pronounce that all kinds of ways.
In the lyrics to Disney's Hercules, he says a satyr, so that's how I know.
Yep.
They do their research.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Disney knows.
This creature is winged also. These are white wings. And this is, it's perfected in a way. Something like a statue, down to the curly, tousled hair, sharp, almost elven-looking ears, but clearly not elven in stature or demeanor. And it looks like, its face looks like someone who has just woken up. And they're looking around the room at the crystals and at the people who are in this room, and it doesn't know, it's not sure how to parse it. Like it's just sort of chewing words in its mouth.
Can you speak? Do you have language?
This is the first sentence I have ever uttered.
Congratulations. That's a good one.
It closes its eyes and holds its hand out in the air, and then proceeds to walk out of this chamber the way that you entered into it.
What's the crystals doing? Are they
The crystals themselves are winking out like Christmas bulbs. Like the purple is trying to rise in intensity, and then it like dims out to nothing. And then it seems to attempt it again in another crystal, and that crystal too loses its vigor.
Is that the god that we're supposed to free?
Yeah, we free him?
So it's got the cool backwards legs,
Yeah.
right?
So cool.
Right? Hot.
So hot. It's like half a centaur.
Yeah, and so he's making his way, and like I say, every now and then he has to support himself on the cavern walls. It takes a moment to examine his own form.
Yeah, let's follow up.
Yeah, I yelled to him in Celestial because I speak Celestial.
Ooh.
Nice.
Because I thought it'd be cool
It's very cool.
with the reindeer.
Very cool.
I'm just like, who are you?
Okay, so you hear Dinar singing in like against like the rock of this of these tunnels as we're going up.
Wow.
It's you've all of a sudden, and then the entity responds in the same almost like harmonic tone. And he says, "I am that which endures, and I have endured long." It reaches over. It's walking up the stairs that you've made. And then you're coming up behind it, and you can see that it walks up out of this place, out of this low place. And as it walks up out of the stairs, it simply takes its next step into the air.
Oh.
And then it's just taking all of this in, clearly still like a baby, like just trying to understand the stimuli. And then it sees this massive army, this loud, clamorous noise, and just out of a curiosity, perhaps, goes toward it. And you can see Carver Gall, just exultant, his arms up in the air, and he is greeting that which endures in some guttural, deep tongue. And
So happy for him.
yeah, and he says, and then he switches back to a language that is more generally understood, and he says, "It is I, Carver Gall. I have served you well. I know that you have suffered long in your imprisonment and in your torment, and because I am a great servant, I have brought you this feast." And he holds his hand back at his armies, and Tasteful looks over at him and understands it. He understands it. And like a bullet, this new entity, beautiful and emerging from this terrible place, launches over, and then as it basically becomes a line, and then becomes whole again. And then as he moves over, he makes his arms wide and just engulfs them, and they immediately begin to hit the ground. So you're now out of the tunnel. You're seeing this occur on the beach. You can see that this throng has hit the ground, like they are tearing at themselves in some kind of anguish or agony. And Carver Gall is just exultant. He looks like he's been hit by lightning. Like he's just laughing because this is in the upper dark. So against the low wall, against the low ceiling, there's just this sound that punctuates it. And then the shrieking and screaming stops. And Gall says, "Now, my reward. Where is my reward?" And that which endures looks at Carver Gall and tilts his head completely without comprehension, and then leaves. And one by one, the army that was behind Carver Gall has begun to rise up off of the ground, and it recalls something like the potion that you took. They are not what they were. This army is no longer a rabble of hobgoblins and goblins. In fact, you don't know if there is a category for what they've become. They're tall, 6 to 7 feet, like an elf. Against the radiant lake, you can see that their skin clearly has a green hue, green like a chlorophyll type color. Mm-hmm. And they are helping each other up and they are speaking to each other with care and concern. And there's no cruelty, there's no savagery in their behavior. And you can see Tasteful look out toward the party, and his body is completely changed. It's green, he is tall, the ears are sharp, and this is his true form that he has discovered here. Carver Gall cannot make sense of this at all. He does not know where his reward could be. And you can see him reaching into his belt for a sacrificial knife.
Oh no.
Is he looking at Tasty?
Oh, absolutely. Anybody close to him looks like they would probably do.
Okay. How close are we to Carvacol?
Probably 40 feet.
I wanna. If he's looking at my ward, I'm gonna wild shape
Nice.
And deal with it?
into a bear and just get between him and Tasty,
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll,
or just any of these creatures. Yeah, like these gorgeous beings.
Yeah. I mean, like I say, they're speaking to each other in soft voices. There's clearly a lot of confusion,
Yeah, they're
but
innocent.
you don't know what you have just witnessed.
No, but I see violence and I see innocent people. So
And when I hear him talking about rewards, I go like, well, technically, I'm the one who let him. I'm the one who let him out. I mean, if anyone's gonna get a reward,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. What about this guy?
is it dark enough in here to tell up to Shadow Step?
There's all kinds of shadows in the Underdark.
Okay. So that's 60 feet.
Okay. So you've broken into a bear run. You are splashing.
Barefoot.
You are splashing through these shallows, bounding toward him. You are warping from tiny dark place to tiny dark place. Cthulhu Straub,
Oh,
are you absorbing?
yeah. I mean, I will. No, I'm not going to misty step up to where everybody is, but I'm going to call out to Gall. Like, what purpose would that serve? The knife, what purpose is served by this? Your god is freed.
It's the tip of it. It's has long blood channels along it. It's clearly a device that has seen much use.
Mm-hmm.
And the tip of it is shaking in his hand. You think you may have him on the edge of something here?
Yeah, I'm. If there's a way to because I wouldn't be able to contain it, to convey like I want what you just received. I want to know that my God has been freed. You have done this. Rejoice.
God shame it.
The reward is in front of you. I started laughing at how ridiculous it is. Like, this is incredible what we witnessed, what we've seen. Imagine what could be written of this, what could be studied of it. It's never been seen before.
The knife falls out of his hand and clatters against the stone floor. And Carver Gall, druid of that which endures, collapses to his knees in tears. Shadow Council. May our labors please you.
What just happened?
That was the finale of the first part of the season. I hope you've enjoyed it. We're going to come back here real quick for a bite-size, a budget table talk. But I wanted to make sure that we got through the main beats of that so that we can start the second season. We are going to be back on full-time for your viewing pleasure on April 25th. But in the intervening period, we've got all kinds of cool C-Team shit for you, including a podcast that we're going to record tonight talking about the first part of the season. Don't go nowhere. We'll be back in a sec.